Hey.
I kind of want to try and eat like that.
Shove the whole thing in your mouth?
No, like fucking.
That's a good opening.
How they do in Monster Hunter, where it's just. Yeah.
All right.
I'd love to cook like that.
Would you
Shit.
cook like that? Oh, so
ding,
fast?
ding, ding,
Stressful.
done.
How did you make a salad? Oh my god. Hey everybody, I'm Soul Rose. These are my friends. Welcome back to our continuing game of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Welcome, Rocco.
Yeah, we did that one time.
So what happened is when the computer fried, it took all the data with it. So
Oh, thank you for the host.
Oh, Rocco, thanks so much for the host, buddy. So unfortunately, it has reset.
Again?
No,
Okay.
this
Oh,
it's just back up.
The numbers.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Souls.
I am learning the
But don't
sounds
worry,
that the computer
I'm
makes.
actively working on
Because
how
I
to
can't
figure out how to make
fucking
like
read
little.
anything.
Well, just wait, because
Mini
we'll
games.
figure out something and we'll change those sounds so they sound
I was
totally
going to
different.
just,
They're not standard sounds.
Right.
We gotta figure
I
out
got my
something for that.
instrument.
The follows, because the follow one's all right.
My new one.
And then
And it
like,
has a
hosts
optic gallery
and-
on there, so I'm like, oh.
And you can do hosts
probably
under a certain amount of
good.
people and hosts over a certain amount of people. So if
That's what
suddenly
I was
like
gonna call him.
somebody drops in with like
Tomorrow
300 people, it doesn't
morning,
make the
set up
same
an
sound.
appointment for next
And
week.
you go, oh cool, host. You can
On
go,
either
oh my
Monday,
god.
Tuesday,
Oh.
or Wednesday.
Oh my.
Use you saying inappropriate things.
Get my eye bibbles
But
checked.
does
Me?
Yeah.
I mean,
Check your
that's.
audio.
I'm sure I have some pretty good quotes out there somewhere.
I have
Oh, Peregrine Cheetah Griffin. Hello, Chocolate Taco Films. Soul Talent. Fucking Rocco posted a picture of like a peregrine, falcon, cheetah griffin, like all mixed together. Looks pretty fucking cool. It's pretty awesome. He said that Tiff should use that for her mount instead of the regular griffin.
Yeah.
A peregrine,
I'm afraid to,
falcon,
like, eat my
cheetah
face.
griffin.
Take your
Instantly.
griffin to a butcher and
Have
have him
him-
sew on some other
Yeah.
parts.
Some other animal part.
Well, I'd say take it to a necromancer, but we don't have those anymore.
Or do they?
No, I know where they are.
They're all over the place.
I know where they are.
There's like 3 of them. All right. So with that being said, there's no ambrosia today. So go. We'll leave that blank again.
I have
this
a
week.
brochure right here.
Whoa. Nectar of the gods. So yesterday we had some successful monster hunting. We ruined one guy's day.
Oh yeah, we.
To be fair though, I feel like he ruined it because if he hadn't have died, we'd all have been good.
First it was me. Boom.
Yeah,
You.
and then-
Boom. And then him.
No, he was first. He died
Oh, yeah,
first,
right.
and then it turned around and murdered us,
Right.
and he lost the mission. So
Yeah,
you know,
right.
it's not my fault.
It's all his fault.
Not your mission.
Right. It's not. We were there to save the day. It ended up
However,
being
we ended up fucking up our own mission. Luckily, it was off stream, so you'll never get to see.
Oh.
No,
Yeah,
it
the
was.
end?
We were prepped. We were
Oh my
super
God.
serious.
I don't even want.
We went ham.
And it sounds like it went
Is it
great.
recorded anywhere or no?
No, it ended so right when we started setting bombs because fucking Cactus ran the wrong direction, and so we were setting bombs.
It's me and him fucking shouting, "Get over here!" And we see him coming.
we see him running, and then right as we're gonna blow him up, Davy Joe just stands the fuck up like, nah.
And I said, "Fuck it," and just slammed the fucking thing.
I got up there, I dropped a bomb at the last second. I gotta say, my favorite part of Monster Hunter Mondays is sitting in the living room next to him, playing, and just hearing a third of the conversation only. And it's lovely, because it's just exclamations and him screaming things that I'm sure are inside jokes. And it's just complete, utter non sequiturs. They're delightful.
Oh, you were
Yeah,
talking about
sometimes
the
that
fucking
happens to me, too.
shogunate?
Sure.
That happened all day yesterday.
Yeah. Fucking.
Shattered your inner theta with what, buddy? Go ahead and throw it in there.
It's like I built a.
Did you logic somebody until they cried?
He stabbed an innocent person.
I haven't stabbed any innocent people yet. I've thought about it, and I have some
You
plans.
know, he's been really good. He
Yeah.
hasn't really murdered anybody.
Am I killing?
You stabbed one
I'm
person.
killing somebody.
He
I
killed
can't
one
remember.
person. I have a tally.
For myself.
I remember you saying something.
Okay, so with that being said, any other announcements? We're doing a D&D related giveaway at 200 followers or 10 subs, whichever one comes first. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free. Subs get access to sub-only Discord, where we hang out. Less so recently.
I've been there.
I've been there. Talking to
I've been
myself.
there.
Talking to myself. But that's okay. Sadness.
Well, we've been talking about other plans, but not in the Discord.
What else? Last time we... Just jump into recap, huh?
Yeah,
I guess so.
like,
Let's recap it up.
I think you're having a conversation with someone.
Eh. I'm looking to everyone for help, and that's not what I'm getting.
You're not getting it. It's your
All
stream.
right,
This is
so
your circus, son.
well, it's gonna go off the rails on a crazy train. So recap from last time. The party landed at the city of Galarin. That's not what happened last time. So,
Ran around Galarin for a
yep,
while.
you guys ran around Galarin for a little bit.
Gallivanting and Galarin.
You guys ended up heading down to the port city, or the port side of the city, and made some friends, got some drinks that were really expensive, interacted with some drunken sailors, and then you guys decided to head to the ship Advantage. And take that from the ship Advantage, you were escorted to the ghost ship, and you were dropped off by a gentleman, at which point you guys were let loose upon the deck of the ghost ship.
And that's literally where we ended.
That is where actually we ended with.
We rolled initiative, which we totally didn't do, thank God.
Yeah, we didn't do yet.
I know you're running a parlay at one point.
I'm missing this thing.
Because you were upset.
Oh no, I just meant she didn't show up. She's a flake.
Oh,
This
why do you keep you did
because
that
it's
for
blank
yourself?
paper.
Oh, you need a piece of blank paper.
I have a piece of blank paper right here.
You also have memories.
Yeah, it's sentimental because she's deceased.
Now every time you look at it, you're crying.
Who deceased?
Yana.
Oh.
Spoilers. Deep spoilers.
Is it?
Is
You
it?
ain't seen the previous videos, yeah.
Yeah, but.
Well, that's their fucking fault.
Ooh, he's right though.
Yeah.
God, I love my notes. They look
Okay,
like they're
there's
taken by a
one.
schizophrenic person. Just disjointed and
Hey,
left and right.
Typhoid, you have Rashid in your bag, and I need him. Nope, never mind. I lied to you. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
He's in here.
I like it.
He lives in there.
He lives in here now.
On a side note,
with
Chocolate
Rusi.
Taco Films like your mug.
Which mug?
Oh, this one?
Yes.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
It's from Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Just keep turning it.
Just yeah. I want to wait
There's
for
There's
it.
an answer eventually.
Hamilton's
Oh, I
down
get it.
Here too,
Quick,
but-
show him.
Fuck that mug.
I thought it was How I Met Your Mother mug.
I get
You
it.
liked it.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
This is Hamilton.
Forever.
You just keep turning it like
it is
an
a-
asshole.
When
it
I
is a
drink it,
meme
I'll show
mug.
you the bottom.
I swear to God,
Alright.
I was gonna kill somebody. I am actually.
No, like I said, I thought it was How I Met Your Mother
Alright,
because
I
he
think
says
Tato was all the way
legendary
over here,
or
correct?
says
You the one that ran over here?
legend. Wait for it.
I don't.
I don't remember who was where. I know that you were in front because you decided that was gonna.
Now I'm just
Yeah,
disappointed.
of course it's a good idea.
I
Oh,
mean,
that's right. I don't have Lucrezia.
No,
doesn't
Theta
like
was near me.
MPH.
Lou's the one that went over there.
Yes, that's how it was.
Theta's not crazy.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go running off onto a ghost ship.
He's
where
just
anything could happen.
sociopathic.
It's not spring break. People
He's
got
gonna
murdered
be in the
here.
ocean for now.
Oh shit.
He's gonna come back.
All these old
just swimming.
characters.
That's not gonna last very long, Dustin. You remember the last time we went swimming?
Oh yeah.
You remember how low his constitution is?
It's okay.
It's only a
not
negative.
actually in
It's
the ocean.
fine.
But it's so
Or
nice.
is he? I don't know. All right, now let me grab my zombies
All that is trash.
real quick. Let's get us rocking and rolling.
Ciao, bro.
Dude.
So. All right.
Sup?
1, 2, 3.
4, 5,
Fups.
I'm excited.
6, 7,
6.
8, 9,
Yes.
Let's go ahead and start throwing some people down here.
Zig,
Shut up.
Show me. I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Charlie Main,
I almost went with Chanticleer, but I think it's a little too on the nose.
Krista, I like the
Andy, are
champagne.
you like monitoring chat? Is that how you saw it?
Who are you?
This is fun.
He always says he's a fucking creep.
Yeah, I can see that.
I went full customer service robot today. That's what he meant.
I'm a chat mod.
Cactus Night Shirt. On that note, bye. I'm home. All right, man. Well, you have fun. Hope
Toodle-oodle,
hope
nice
see you
talking
later,
with you
buddy.
briefly. We'll catch you in the video.
See you later, buddy. All
Do
right,
you
so
wanna tell them about the YouTube channel or anything?
No.
you can watch it, Rocco.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah,
oh,
Rocco
sorry.
knows.
I didn't know.
I was like, what?
I don't know
Knows his
who's
shit.
talking.
Well, that's not my fault. Pay attention.
You want to talk about the YouTube channel?
Hey, we got a YouTube channel. You can check out all the previous videos. The link is, go ahead and just click on the YouTube button in the channel description. Anything else you want me to do today?
Yes.
Maybe we can play a game.
That thing.
Maybe indeed. Everyone roll initiative. Shut your faces.
The thing in the
Alright.
corner of the desk, bro.
Let's
Let's
roll
eat
for
this
our
one.
dice.
Yeah, I need to eat that. I do
Excuse
need to
me,
eat that.
Sprocket. That's a D6, thank God. Alright, I'll take it.
Fuck!
Do me good, Blue.
Didn't I use the
Or
one I
no,
rolled
that's
last time?
cool, too.
It's blue?
Ooh,
Yeah,
that was not
Blue, What's
good.
wrong with your
I don't want
eyes?
to touch it. But I thought it was like green. I don't know. Oh.
Let me go ahead
That's
and
blue
get
as
these.
shit.
I mean,
It is.
is it blue as shit or just blue as regular? How blue is it?
I'm not there.
Nice.
Did you roll it? I'm not there
Does
yet.
he run up onto the ship?
That's okay, because I rolled a natural one, so that's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
Cause I'm not there.
You're gonna
Tripped on the
carry that
ladder a
weight.
bit.
Not there mentally, not there physically. All right.
Can't
let's
help
see.
you either way.
Maybe fine. Probably.
It's time of day.
I planned out
Ah,
like
man.
a lot of encounters and lots of monsters, so it's fine.
So we should burn
Just
this
for
ship
this?
down.
Just for this?
No,
Okay.
Yes, just for this, the entire game.
just for this
Yeah,
deck.
Just like a maze.
This is gonna be a multi-layered encounter where like
Yeah.
it starts with one and then ends with like
The
400
floor
monsters.
is actually enchanted. Depending
Lava.
where you step on it, it determines what you get attacked by.
That'd be cool. I like that.
Well,
Why
let's,
is it just kittens?
let's hope we don't get attacked by lava.
The floor is lava.
Seaway.
Now good luck.
Well, no, the ship's still floating. It's just made out of lava now. Good luck.
Okay.
No, I like it better that it's like the floor is made out of lava and everyone jumps off the floor and it's just fine, but everyone's like, no, now we're doing this. We're doing this now. Climb on the banisters. Let's go. Like, everybody's
no.
like, but it's fine. No, it's not.
You
Not
fucked up
okay.
your acrobatics
I
roll.
wrote
You got
this.
melted.
You take 10d8 psychic
Dramatic
damage
death on
if you
the
touch the floor.
Just flopping around.
Yeah.
There's
It's non-lethal. Non-lethal psychic damage. So when you land on the ground, you drop to 1, but then you're just like, oh, I'm out. Damn it.
I'll go wait in a boat.
You're supposed to hang out. All right, so
I just
let's
felt
go ahead and go 25 to 20.
Yeah, not with this group.
Oh, wait, what is it?
25 to 20.
Oh,
You
21.
Oh.
21.
Hey!
Zongak saving the fucking day.
I mean,
with
to
a
be fair,
21.
he's acting as Overwatch right now.
All right, so whatever numbers are after that, 15 to 20.
17.
17.
Tipped past really quick.
Lucrezia saving the day.
No, it was more the. Which is in the 15 to 20.
10 to 15.
13.
13.
11.
Oh,
My number was added. I just didn't know.
I just tried to eat a quirk.
That's what I get for making fun of me. Don't eat it.
And this. And Mr. Rashid's not there yet. And let's go ahead and get started. So, as soon as Mr. Ma goes down to tend to the corpse, there's this brief flash of energy. You see this like bluish sort of light begin emanating from the eye sockets, and then it begins pouring out of the mouth in like sort of this like wisp like, and as it does, it almost like stands up marionette like. It snaps all the way from laying prone to up, and then it swings, and we already rolled for that. It missed. So at the top of the round, Zongak, you just see these like fucking zombies begin to stand up. They're all dressed in sailor outfits. They seem to be bearing weapons, but seem to be
real sailor
unaware.
outfits or like village people sailor outfits?
No,
Like
they're
Sailor
dressed
Moon
like the
outfits.
they're dressed like the sailors on the previous ship.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I would like to go into a rage
Okay, get upset. Got it. Go ahead.
and move over to this bad boy.
This bad boy. You just blitzkrieg. Kriegen.
That whole 5 feet.
Right.
He's
And then-
sending you to the Crankin' House.
Oh, but Jesus.
Reckless attack with my flail.
Ow. All right, fair enough. Go ahead.
Is there just the one up?
No, they all after the first one swung at him, they begin to just get up one at a time. All right.
21.
21 obviously hits.
There's no strings on me.
All right, now bigger zombie comes out.
it's
Kicks you in the
a
face.
dinosaur.
What?
Worth it.
Das ist wird.
How many damages did you hit him for?
Where is it?
Before we get to the matches, we need the math.
I know how to do math. 13.
13 damage.
With radiant attached.
Okay, so minor 13. Of course, that couldn't have been an easy number, but it is. So boop. Shut up, everyone. Shut your faces. All right, so as you begin running, there's these like flits, and this black sort of like flame begins to appear on the outside around Zongak. He brings the flail up, and with one solid strike as it ignites as he swings it, smashes into the side of this thing. It takes it and then just turns back towards you. It's showing no signs of injury because I mean it's dead, so it doesn't care. Okay. Next up is Lucrezia, the mightiest of Luz.
Can't see anything.
Oh, well, that's not
You
my
don't
fault.
need to see, just attack.
Who am I today? Am I that one?
Yeah,
Yes.
way over here by us.
Way over there by him.
You're the wizard, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because reasons.
Look at this guy.
Hmm?
Oh,
You
no,
should show
look
him
at
what you're
this.
doing.
I thought he was.
You're gonna run all the way from that guy.
I want to kind of like get
He's
the.
gonna get an opportunity attack this guy.
Oh, I thought he was distracted. Okay.
You ain't gonna stop him.
Whoa.
He's an animal.
Why?
What is your armor class?
17.
He missed.
Okay.
He's a zombie.
I'm
He just
going up.
flails out, just like arms flattering. You're like, oh, just take another extra step around him. Keep running.
Yeah. So as I'm like, well, I don't think I'm running yet. So like I go up and
40 feet.
You went 40 feet. You were
6
running
seconds.
in less than 6 seconds.
Whatever.
Whatever.
So yeah, as I'm going up, I'm like kind of like testing the weight of the hammer and like.
Okay, getting a feel for it.
Yeah.
You drop it for a second. You pick it back up. No one noticed.
Hey, that was
20?
almost
No,
20
I'm sorry.
hits.
Over 20.
Over 20 hits.
Okay.
It's 22, right?
Plus 7.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah. Okay.
Roll your damages.
9.
9 damage.
Yeah.
5,
I got it.
add one
I got it.
damage.
All right.
Tell you,
So
we need that emo, bro.
as you begin running,
Literally years now.
yeah. As you begin running past, the other one flails out at you. You just kind of step around and then artfully spin your hammer and whack right into the side of the head of this thing. Did you use two-handed or one?
I used to.
Okay. So whack, just careen it in the side of the head. Part of like the head caves in from the kind of like pointed edge of the hammer, and it just takes out part of its eye.
It's up though.
Yeah.
I'm going to punch it.
Go ahead, do it.
No.
Nice. You're not gonna punch that at
That's
all.
a natural one.
So you swing wide, take out part of its eye socket. This like bluish energy kind of erupts from the hole for a minute as it turns around, and then you bring your fist around with one solid, and it just goes catches it.
That's
This
intense for some reason.
It's like-
Oh, it's Bruce Lee.
zombie
shit.
must be a dog of the Shogunate.
All right, Theta, you're up, sir.
All right. I'm gonna whip out my chain and dagger,
Okay.
flourish slightly,
Can I
and then attack the one directly in front of me.
Do it. Do it, Dad.
Can I with chain?
14.
The one right in front of him.
No, him.
Oh,
The one right in front of me. The tentacle.
no.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There's two in front of him. Bye there. Goodbye now. Anyway, yeah, that was weird. Go ahead and make your attack roll. What was it? 14?
It's 14.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Senor.
Okay. I have to find out what the damage is. One moment, please. And then I have to recover a pointy dice from in here. I was not prepared with damage dice. I'm a bad player. Do I get sneak attack on him?
Yeah, because Mom's
Okay.
right there.
That's what I thought.
Alright.
8.
8 damage. Cool. I wasn't gonna do math, but it's one higher than the number next to it, so we're fine. So you bring out the chain and dagger, kind of feel the weight. You begin spinning it, kind of like flourishing a little bit, and since its head doesn't move, it's just like you're like oh.
I'm doing it for me.
And you just let it go right through the front of its head. It just kind of hooks into the back of its nugget, and then you rip it out, expecting some grand
Some gore
and it just and then its head just turns towards you, and you're like, huh.
hello.
All right. These things don't react. All right. Next up is.
I'm going to slash at him with my longsword.
Go ahead.
That is a 12 to hit.
Hits.
Yay.
Go ahead and roll damages.
Not mistaken. Yay.
Fucking goddamn.
4 damage.
4 damages. Okay. So you bring Marvellius around, and with one clean strike, it just right through the throat. A little gash appears very slowly. A little bit of ichor begins pouring out, and it just kind of stands there, and you're like, all right. That is the end of your turn. It is their turn. I think most of them are just going to run straight into people. Yeah. This one turns around, kind of while he's facing the wrong direction. He was the only one who wasn't ready. All right. There's
Just watching
gonna be
the
2 to
sunset.
Theta, 1 to Ma, and 1 to each of you.
That sucks.
All right, 2 to Theta.
Okay.
That's top. 15.
That is.
Second one's a 7. No, sorry.
Almost.
Second one's a 5. Alright, so the first one hits. Come on now. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Forever ago, we got temporary hit points.
Which ones?
from him giving us the rallying cry on the way down here.
They ended a long rest.
I assumed so, but I had not been touched since then, so I need a rag of some sort. Thank you. 6, you said?
Mhm.
Thank you, 6.
So as
That's a much more depressing number than my temporary hit point number.
as the first one runs up, you're pulling the chain and dagger out of the one in front of you's head, and as you do, you just kind of like your little eye goes over to the side as this thing just comes running, its arms kind of out, and as it does, it doesn't like exactly swing as much as its full body just like smashes into you, just like and it starts like batting against you kind of wildly, and you're just like getting kind of knocked a little bit back. Not like too far. And then the other one tries to take that opportunity to, both hands come out and you just kind of like, you're already getting pushed out of the way. It kind of runs into its friend a little bit. Comically, next one is Maw. That is a 21.
Definitely hits.
That is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
God darn it.
As you swing through the throat, you kind of marvel at Marvellius as it cuts through. It just kind of like and just grabs on and like smashes its arms and face against you. Kind of like pushing it off. Get away. That is it. Next up is Zongakurino.
It has advantage.
That would have been way better. It's still not good. 13.
Nope.
Last one's to you. 14.
Nope.
Rolled one higher. So these ones just come out and go swinging. You realize that they're slow, lumbering. They just kind of like flail wildly, and you're just like, okay, this is weird. But that is the end of their turn. Zongak, you're up, top of the round.
Just fuck it.
Just
And recklessly.
all right. Scream! Here comes the thunder. Thunder.
Okay, that is a 19
Yeah,
for
that
the
misses.
first one. And a 22.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Roll damages.
So loud.
20 points of damage.
On the first hit or the second one?
That's the first hit is just, let's see. 14 plus 4 radiant.
Okay.
So 18 on
18.
that one, and then
2 for the other one. Okay. So as you bring the full weight of depth as it glows for a moment, just radiating this black sort of flame, you strike into the chest of this one, and it just kind of caves in, and the whole thing turns inward. You see the lights begin to go out, and then it drops to the ground. Didn't need that anyway. Didn't want that one. All
Did
right.
they just go out, or did they?
No, the lights went out,
Okay.
and then it collapsed. That is the end of your turn, Lucrezia. You're up.
I'm still working on one. I've been.
Do it.
I'm gonna hit the hammer.
Hoop-a-doop.
No.
What a great
Natural
dice.
one.
Okay. You bring the hammer around, and as you do, you strike. You feel like purchase, but your hand slips, and you just see the hammer go, and it just strikes the banister and kind of like comes to a rest up against the side of the ship.
Did she throw it?
Yeah, she kind of like slipped out of her hand. Purchase precariously.
Rosin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some cornstarch.
You still have a bonus action. You doing anything?
Well, if I don't hit with the weapon, I can't do the push, right?
No, it's an attack. It's part of your attack
Oh,
action.
okay.
You took
Then
the attack.
I'll try and punch him.
Okay, go ahead and make your punch.
I don't know what I see.
Use the same one.
Not right now.
I already gave you 2 ones in a row. What are the chances it'll give you?
21?
21 misses. No, it hits. Go ahead. Go ahead and make your
22.
22.
Nice.
monk.
1. 6 total.
So you swing wide, hammer coming out of your hand and just sliding across the ground. Your hand's still in his, so you just punch him in the face with his own hand. He's just holding it. Give him a little.
I want to go get my hand.
Okay, go. You use your movement and head over there.
Yeah, I'll take a. Is it an opportunity attack?
Sure is.
Oh, it wouldn't be opportunity there, would it?
No, actually, it wouldn't be because you're still within 5 feet of him. Hey, buddy. Come on in. Come on in. Come hang out.
This
There's
is
a
not for
Shiba
you.
Inu.
He's
Don't
like,
mind.
okay.
He's very curious.
I don't think the I-beam is working. Is it working?
The what one?
The I-beam. Or the remember
Oh no, I don't think that command is working right now.
Exclamation point beam.
Exclamation point
Alright,
beam.
well.
Someone can
He's
try
our
it in
little
the chat.
Sheba.
He's gonna eat. He's gonna DM.
It probably won't.
I got it. I got a DM sheeb. Hi, bud. So,
He's out of frame.
you go and you dive down and
As
you
always.
pick it up really quickly. The monster takes 1 damages.
6.
Yeah, 6.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
forgot
Come on.
because I.
Oh. He's like, what are
Yeah,
you doing?
well,
you're
we
not.
just
You're not
know.
petting
Anybody else would have been 1 damage.
Well, it was for a long time. Because I was told that you don't add your dex. So for a long time I wasn't adding my dex.
Alright, buddy.
to-
Alright, you're getting
because for
good
anybody
at
else who
something.
don't. If it's an armed strike, you
Okay.
just get what you roll on that.
So you just clock him right in the face. Bink. And then he's like, whoop. All right, that is the end of your turn. Next up is Theta.
I'm gonna remember why I don't do this.
Uh-huh.
Because that hurt. I'm gonna wrap the chain dagger around my arm. I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go that away.
Okay. One sec, Sheebert. I'm gonna scare the sheep away here in a minute.
Dance back.
You run backwards?
He's being really calm. He's just sitting.
I'm gonna go 20, 25, 30.
20 I think would be good. I
Okay.
can't go 30. I got
Okay.
short legs.
Good boy.
And I'm gonna.
Now he leaves after.
Right.
Actually, I'll go 25 to
After being
try and help
inconvenienced.
myself. And the one that body tackled me, can I
Uh-huh.
go the line on him?
Yeah, it would be. I'll say he's got a little bit of cover from Maw.
Well, because there's also the other one, I think I should be able to hit that angle, right?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna hit the one I can see the clearest. I'm gonna pull my bow out.
The one he's on?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll, sir.
Okay. This dice.
Nice.
That's much better. That'll be a 24.
24 hits. Go ahead and roll damage, sir. With sneak attack.
Square dice.
He is distracted.
Six.
6 points of damage. To the one that Maw's attacking, huh?
With Wayne. Oh, and I need to start
Alright.
marking this shit out. I'm not gonna play with pencil.
6.
Why is she embarrassed on her wedding day?
What?
That's a non sequitur.
Alright, so you bring the bow up. As you step back, you instinctively kind of duck. You see its hands just floundering to reach for you.
Her dress, I get it.
Sorry. Sea humor. Floundering. You turn around and you run away. And then you pull the bow off and you very cleanly, it just sinks into the head. Maw, you can see is for a moment it just kind of like and then it comes back righting itself. That is
Dodge.
the end of its turn. Maw, you're up.
Dodge.
You can take the dodge action.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
That is also the
Like,
end of
we're
my
here
turn.
again. No.
All right, it is the
I
enemy's
have a
turn.
shield, man.
It is the enemy's turn.
No.
Well, Mr. Piccolo would be proud of you.
Alright.
Yeah, right.
He's moving back.
You know what's funny enough? My AC actually went down.
Why?
Don't worry about it.
First one is a 3.
Stuff might have happened.
No, we should have taken care of before we
Second
left.
one is a 5.
He's gonna deal with the clap as he deals with the clap, right?
Absolutely.
And the third one is a 16.
As long as you're
Just
fine with
hits.
that.
16 just hits.
Wouldn't have hit. But I was
You
just-
take
That, like, I was thinking.
4 points of bludgeoning damage. As they all begin kind of like crowding around you and just kind of like swarming up, you take that opportunity to bring Marvellius and you begin blocking and kind of like parrying, and one hand gets through and kind of like rakes across the front of you for a minute.
Just
Um,
bitch slaps you.
Just slaps the shit out of you. That is the end of... No, sorry. 1 and 2. Her. 19 to you.
That's my
That
AC.
hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a 3 points of bludgeoning damage. As it just kind of, as you reach down and grab the hammer, you turn around and it's right in your face and just kind of like latches on, begins like clawing into you. That is the end of their turn. Top of the round, it is Zongak Arena. Zongak the Brave.
I don't know why I thought you said cat girl arena.
Alright, I would like
Freudian slip, maybe? Huh?
I would like to run over the grate to this
Okay.
one. Like between these two.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
You hear this like loud metal clang, 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 as his little feet cross it.
And just one on the tentacle one.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit with depth, and then the other one I'm gonna punch.
Okay. The one next to it or something?
Yeah, the one next to it.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack, sir.
Reckless
Whoop-a-doop.
forever. What are you? Okay, that is a 23.
It hits.
Okay. So 7 radiant and 12 bludgeoning damage. And then for my second punch.
2 punch.
How much was that total for the first one?
Oh, total
12 and 18.
12 and 7, so 19.
Okay, and then the second hit.
Is a 19 to hit.
Yep, hits.
Nope.
I don't need that one.
Hello. Oh, that was a 6 too.
5 damage.
5 damages. Alright, let me go ahead and get my.
Or I was slashing.
Okay. So as you you bring depth down on atop the first one's head, it just caves the whole thing in. Just just grossness just begins spraying out of it. It just drops to the floor as the light fades from it. The second one you bring in, you stab straight through the side with your bladed gauntlet, right through like the hips, and it just kind of like lists for a minute and then stands there, not seeing you.
It's got that.
Yeah, it's got like that side thing going on.
Sassy stance. Can I get the handbook?
Sure can, if I know where it is. It's in this pile somewhere.
Yeah, I just put it in.
Now one more. One more.
It's all the way at the fucking bottom.
Yeah, I know.
You're welcome.
I'm
One
helping.
more. One more.
You need a bookshelf.
We both looked at
We
it.
need an accessible bookshelf.
Well, hopefully.
That's not it. None of these are it. I lied.
Hooray! That's the best.
I thought I could.
Oh, it's right here under my. No, I'm kidding.
It was Volo's. No, it's not there.
It might be in that bag, but I'm pretty sure I put it back.
Nope.
Under the table.
Nope.
Ah, well.
I'm gonna go on an adventure.
Okay, so anyway, that is the end of its turn. Lucrezia, you're up.
You're
Okay.
up. Don't look at me. Do what you can.
That polka dot bag it might be in. Alright, that is 17 plus 7. That
Hits.
one's right there, that little one.
Hits.
Polka dots. Okay, so.
He's literally at it.
Little polka dots, not big polka dots.
Play your
Oh
character.
my god.
2,
Stop owning so many things with polka dots.
7.
7 points of damage.
Taking this too.
All right, fair enough. That is the as you bring the hammer around up again, you uppercut, kind of catch it in the jaw a little bit, take part of the jaw clean off, just kind of like sets it like at an angle. It just kind of takes the hit.
Okay. And I'm gonna punch it.
Good.
Or attempt to. 9.
Hits.
Oh, what?
Go ahead and roll damage.
Zombies. They're not
There's
defending.
zombies.
They're not. Their
6
dexterity is
again.
probably terrible.
6 again. So you bring your fist around this time and just Superman punch it. You go off the ground a little bit. Just punch it right in the face. And as you do, you see the lights begin to and flitter out for a minute, and then it just stops, and then the lights and it just stands back up.
Okay.
Did it do the Michael Jackson lean? Where
Yeah, it
all
goes
the
like
way-
almost all the way down this dramatic fall, and then just stands back up.
Click, click.
Okay.
That is the end of
'Cause it's
your
a-
turn. Theta, you're up.
Hey, arrow at the one that is now revealed since. Oh, never mind. Did he kill it? Oh, he killed it.
He killed one of them, but
I'm
the
gonna
one
take-
that beat you up a little bit.
I'm gonna take a step to the right and step back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot the one that Lucrezia is dealing with.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll, sir.
Hope I get a
13.
Hits.
critical.
A critical.
Yeah.
Boop-a-doop.
7.
7 points of damage.
Wait. Oh, no, I don't add anything to the damage, do I? Yeah, I add. Never mind. I've not been adding my proper damage. I've just been adding up the dice.
Okay.
It's been a long day, so that's 10 or no 11. Sorry.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you take a couple steps back,
Bad
you
place.
survey the battlefield. You see one almost go down, and then the lights in its eyes and its mouth come back on, and it stands back up. So you instinctively fire it, hits it straight through the eye socket, straight through the back. You see the eyes go out, and then it stands back up again. It just seems to be not wanting to go down right
Oh
now.
my
I appreciate
God.
that.
That is the end of your turn, sir. Ma, you're up.
Alright.
Okay, this is one. I put this back for stuff.
I'm going to point to the one Lucrezia is fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Zongak, go hit that one. And then I will attempt to I want to grapple the one that Zongak is fighting.
Okay, go ahead and make make an attack roll. First off.
Ooh boy, howdy.
Athletics.
I don't think that's
Or
gonna-
I'm sorry, strength based.
I don't think it's gonna help it, buddy.
Athletics is strength based.
Is it above an 8?
With strength, yes.
Then it counts. Then you hit. So now you're gonna contest. So make an athletics check versus it's athletics or acrobatics.
13.
13. You lunge at it, striking true and grabbing the front of it, kind of like by its clothing for a minute, and then you try to like pull it in, and as it does, it just kind of like stands there, and you end up pulling yourself closer to it, just like in your face. Does not seem.
Go, Zongak, go!
Doesn't seem to be affected. But you have your hands on it. So that is the end of your turn.
See.
Okay, it is the monster's turn. So the one that is currently grappled with you is going to attack you as well as the other one.
Yay.
That's an 8 to hit. And that is a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
20 hits. Where's my music? There it is. Get out of his ass. Okay.
I mean,
That is 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bing.
As it begins, just kind of like batting against you. The first one goes to grab at you, and you're just like holding onto it, like, no. And then the other one just starts like smacking into you on the side.
Just gives him a titty twister.
Right? Gives you a purple nurple.
No.
Oh no! Alright, last one's to you.
So they're the worst.
Especially when you got.
That is a natural 20.
What the fuck? Okay, go ahead.
This guy is on
Yeah,
top
he
of
is.
his shit.
Yeah, he brought his A.
11 points of bludgeoning damage. As it's been like shot twice, part of its head is mangled, and the light's still like burning really strongly. It just kind of like both of its hands just double fist punches you right in the chest, and just knocks the wind out of you a little bit.
Denture boobin.
Fucking here in a minute, he's about to Hadouken somebody. Hadouken. All right, that is the end of their turn. Top of the round, Zongak, you're up.
How far is he from me?
10 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action and say Graka.
And then you
And
just see
just-
the chain begin to multiply out.
And just reckless swing it around behind me and just try
Go
and
for
hit it.
Make your attack roll an advantage there.
I don't benefit from these at all, right?
What? Benefit from what?
The actual
21.
service, right?
You can. You only do it once to yourself.
Is it like with that whole full thing? Like when I can get like everybody in Grand Theft?
Either one. You can use either one, but you can only use it on one person a day per person. So
Yeah,
like you can use it once on him, once on yourself.
Okay.
Can't use it twice on yourself.
21.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll the damage. Spoiler warning, if it's above a 1, then he's gonna die.
Well, that's 12 bludgeoning and 7, so 19 damage altogether.
So as the full chain begins to extend out to its full 10-foot reach, you just swing it around. There's a brief duck moment where this massive head of a flail begins to ignite with like blackish flame, and it over top, and then it just careens into the back of the creature.
That's my boy.
The zombie hits it in like the spine and comes out the front like an alien. And you just see it kind of like drop to the ground immediately, crumpling into a ball. All right, there we go. So that is the end of. You have a bonus action left.
No.
Oh no, you
I
used it to
for-
do the thing. All right, so that is the end of Zongak's turn. Lucrezia, you're up. The one in front of you collapses into pieces as he strikes it with his.
Finally. Alright, who else is up here?
There are 2 left. I would say that one looks worse than the other, but they're zombies, and you really can't tell.
Yeah,
So you just look all messed up.
Alright.
Sequay.
You don't have enough money for that.
Is he holding?
I just want a picture of it.
He's grabbing onto one.
I'll accept that.
I will go over
Very
it.
better.
Mechanically, it's giving him no benefit because it's winning. So I rolled a 21 for its
Yeah.
strength check.
I just didn't want him to.
Alright, I will go over to that one and I'll still try to strike it with my
Okay.
hammer.
So you go running over the grate.
Mm-hmm.
Clank, 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 clank.
A couple clinks going on there.
11.
11. That hits. Go on, roll damage.
Trying to be as quiet as I can, but it's just not working.
13.
13 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That was the damage.
That was the damage. Well, he's got to make a Constitution saving throw. Huh? Oh, that was not good. So as you begin running over the grate, you kind of go around Zongak for a minute, bring the hammer down. You ready to put the hammer down, and then it just hits him right in the head. Just It just kind of busts straight through the top of his crown and then just shatters his head.
Okay. Bonus action.
He seems to die.
He seems to die. Okay. I have enough movement still to get to.
You're within range of him right now.
I want to punch the.
You want to punch him. Go ahead. Make your attack. Oh, was it now? Was it? That's convenient.
It's in between a natural 20 and a 2, so.
Okay.
17 plus 7.
So obviously it was like a 12.
17 plus 5. Okay.
17 plus 5 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Hop it up.
Stuck somewhere between 20 and 2.
8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay. So you, I had to do math. You, as you smash the first one's head, you turn around and sock the other one right inside of the nugget and just kind of like, pop. You get this like flat web sound, you know, and then it just kind of like takes it. That is the end of your turn. Theta, you're up. Theaterino.
There's one left. Seaway. Can I sidle up to the banister and it's called something else on the ship, the rail, and just lying down?
Yeah. You got a perfect line of sight on him.
Foot twang.
Foot twang.
I don't know why I chose you. 13.
Hits.
I know it hits, but
It's not good enough. It's not a 20.
13 damage.
13 points of damage as you fire through right through the chest, right where his heart would normally be. It's just like out the other side. You see it kind of like take it, and then kind of like keep standing.
Ignore it. What?
Like everything. So that is the end of your turn. Anything as bonus action?
Can I put my weapon away as a bonus action to change that?
Part of your movement to
Is
put it away.
Okay, so I'll put that away.
Okay.
And ain't nothing over here, right?
Nothing.
That's
No
fine.
boxes, no. Is there anything on the deck?
Oh yeah, there's like barrels and boxes, but they're stacked up along this side right here. And then there's some. The problem is, so not on this lower edge, but up here, they seem to be stacked up on this area, and then same on that side.
But not on the main deck?
Not
That
on the
makes
main deck,
sense.
deck.
Cool. Alright, yeah, then I'm good. I'm solid. I'm just
Okay.
gonna,
Hang out.
yeah.
All right. Make a perception check while you're standing there, please. Or what's your passive? Perception.
15, thank you. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So you can kind of hear that groan of the ship as you're kind of standing there. You don't seem to catch anything else.
That's where my beard is.
Ma, you're up.
And we'll use constrict on the remaining one.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack, sir.
15.
Hits.
That'll be 3 damage.
Okay. And he needs to make a strength saving throw, right?
Yes, sir.
Or be restrained.
Or be restrained.
What's the DC?
DC is based on my spell save, which is 15.
15. And what is the damage?
3.
All right. So as it hits into him, he takes the full brunt of the damage. You see the lights begin to go through, and then he just rips the tentacle apart, seemingly standing right through it.
I'm having a real bad day.
And you saw like for a minute the lights begin to fade, but as it just like comes out, it doesn't seem to be too much affected. So that is the end of your turn. It is the monster's turn. He's gonna swing at you. That is a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Second one of the day. That's kind of
Was that
That's a 2.
Is this all demolished?
7, 8. 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fisted pretty
As you see him like bring both of his hands out, he's like, and then he just lunges at you and latches on, begins kind of like scratching and just like wailing, flailing randomly.
I just want to point out, if he tears my armor off of me, my AC will go up.
Fair enough. All right. So that is the end of his turn. Next up is Ongek.
plus 10.
I'm gonna attack him recklessly. I'm gonna move up to him.
Okay. Easy enough.
So that is a 18 for the first one.
Hits.
Oh, I got 2 15s. And a 21 for the second one.
They both hit. Go ahead and roll damage there.
No, I get only 4.
So,
He doesn't.
He never did.
Oh, he's a rogue.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
what was it?
His
12
basic attack's gonna hit for 10
22
eventually. I think he's fine.
damage
And you can
altogether.
use an offhand.
22 altogether.
That hits. No. you bring
5 of which is radiant.
you kind of like almost like a whip. You just bring Depth back and then just like crack, just and as it comes down, you hear this like metallic clang as it just smashes into his head, and you see it turn to like splinters and
Fucking roller coaster, bro.
and viscera as it strikes up against the side of the banister there and just covers it in gore, and then it drops to the ground lifeless. Okay, so you find yourself standing on the deck of the ghost ship. You hear the kind of like groan. Occasionally the ship sways from one side to the next, and you find yourself, those of you without sea legs, find yourself having to adjust on the fly. You've been experienced to it for a couple months now, so it's common. But you find yourself on the deck. The ground still seems to be covered in this strange sort of like cold air mist that seems to like just permeate over the top and kind of spill over the sides a little bit. And as you kind of get a better look now, you can see that the banisters, the sides, they look worn and warped a little bit. They seem to be covered in like barnacles and like algae kind of like dangling over the side. There's bits of what used to be the ship kind of like scattered about.
Like
Pieces of like the mast, parts of the sails are entangled in the actual banister itself. And you find yourself eerily quiet and alone. Occasionally
I'm gonna do a light whistle at these guys.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna point at these doors over by me.
Alright.
Okay.
Slowly start making my way over to them.
I'm gonna immediately crouch down and hold on to the grate and just wait.
Alright, I'm gonna point at Lou. Zogak, stay with Lou. I'll stick with Theta. Listen, guys, we've got to be careful. We're walking into an unknown situation, and we don't even know what these things were. They came at us out of nowhere. I'm gonna be using Inspirational Leader.
Okay, 10 minutes.
For the next 10 minutes, you're mine.
He just starts giving a rousing speech about how he doesn't know, at which point somebody's like, they look like the other shipmates.
A little bit.
That guy.
A little bit. I don't know, just the noise. But as he's
The
talking,
wind.
and he's kind of like giving you this little rouse, you notice that you can hear like clanging, like you know that like kind of like weird sort of like movement, like raw bone hitting raw bone.
Can I
The jingle of bones is what you're hearing.
can I put my eye near the grate?
That sounds
Yeah, go ahead.
a
Not
great
like
idea.
on it.
Make a perception check.
I love when a DM says that. Dexterity saving? Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, you said
11.
Yeah.
11.
Looking down,
That'd be 9.
you get a little.
Temporary hit points.
How much?
9.
Everyone gains 9 temporary hit points. As you peep through and you try to, you're human, so you don't see shit, because it's dark as sin down there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Zongak, do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
You
but
peeping in?
I'm gonna take Belvin. Say light.
And then this just
Stick his.
Thanks, man.
and just like the whole bottom is illuminated. As you do, you can hear that clanging, that bone clinking. Stop, and you just hear, and a bunch of skeletons that were once cleaning the underside just stop and turn.
I'm gonna just put my lips up to the hole and go, you missed a spot.
I see
Yeah, now that Balvin's.
There's skeletons down there.
But they seem to have been like cleaning and just like doing
Oh, thank you.
weird kind of like
How
tasks.
many does it look like?
Right now you can only see 2 from
Oh.
your current position.
I thought it was like a pile of them.
It's like one like
skeleton orgy.
one
It's
just
like
like
a boat
mopping
thing.
that turns and like
He
his
has
little jaw
hair
kind of like
bones grating.
spins a little bit, and then the other one seems to be like standing next to what appears to be a cannon that you can see. You kind of like look off the side, you can see him kind of like standing next to a cannon, and it like turns towards you.
I will relay this information.
You've been relayed.
There are skeletons mopping.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This is
and I'm
absolute
gonna walk
madness.
towards the door.
And I will accompany him.
Let me get my notes up for him.
So there's 3 down there total?
2.
2 cleaning and then 1 up by the cannon? Or
Mhm.
1 by...
What?
Is there 2 cleaning and 1 by the cannon? So 3 total? Or
You
two?
see 1 and 1. You see right now, and they're not like directly underneath. One's like kind of like off to one side, closer to this way, and the other one's at the cannon, like further that way. But you notice that there's multiple cannons, so you can assume that there's probably more. You gotta have your cannon, peoples. You begin heading towards the doors on the backside here.
Yes. Is this? Oh, is this aft towards you?
This is the front of the boat.
4. Okay. The bow.
Yep.
He does
This is the
not
front of the
care.
boat. That's what I'm gonna say for the remainder of the game.
The bow.
So you head to the front. You can see that like the mast kind of like, or the Yeah, the point, whatever that fucking thing's called. You know what I'm talking about? My brain just suddenly stopped
The
working.
bowsprit or the jib?
No, not the jib.
The pointy.
Yeah, you know, like the point that comes out, like, on a ship, they usually have, like, the point in the front.
The
Jib.
You're a jib.
I like-
Part of the
He's like,
mast.
I'm gonna
I had
tell
it.
you
I had it
this
all
song.
written down at some
Forward
point.
sail that allows it to turn more easily with wind.
Where's your map?
Anyway, so you can see that that's kind of fallen off.
For
The
the bowsprit.
the mast that's in the front of the ship has collapsed and is currently dangling into the water. If you wanted to, you could like walk it basically into the ocean. Part of the sails are kind of like muddying in the water a bit. But as you approach, you can hear like metal sounds, like chains or like metal against metal. You know, that screech
Like
of like
armor?
no,
Okay.
no. It sounds like machinery or something like at work or.
Farmer Jenkins?
But that's what you hear as you approach.
Alright, Theta, if you
Okay.
want to open the door.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up there and
I'm gonna grab Lou's hand.
You go and you
Okay.
it takes a little bit of force because the doors seem to have been swollen, almost like from being wet, like they've swollen closed, and then you pull and as you get the door to finally fully swing open, it goes into a back wall that goes into stairs going down into the second level, and you're just like, oh. But it's a dark wall. But as you
So those stairs go down?
the stairs go down, so it's like a stairway down, and then there's a wall here.
I'm gonna close it.
But as you go to close it, you feel this strange heat as you close the door,
Gross.
like a warmth.
And then I'm immediately gonna cut right and go upstairs.
Okay. You can walk up.
I wanted to go up, but I was curious if there's a captain's quarter or something. But usually captain's quarter's in the back. But
I'm going with it.
You're gonna go up?
Yep.
Okay, so as you round into the second level, it's this like maybe about 10 to 15 foot stretch. As you walk up on the second level, you can see that there's barrels currently tied up. There seems to be no like,
label?
but they seem to be bound in thick looking rope. And as you kind of like walk along here, you get that strange heat coming from like the like almost like the floor and from like the side wall there. As you see that it's a sheer wall, there's no like panel or anything, but there's another stairs that lead up once again.
I'm gonna take a dagger out.
Whoop.
And I would like to pop the top off one of these barrels.
Okay, so you dig your dagger in and you, and it just lid comes off, and there's nothing in it. It's empty.
Nothing.
It's empty.
Okay. I would like to take that same dagger, and I will take as long as it takes. I would like to cut this assembly of barrels free from the ship.
Okay,
I
so you
want to
cut
cut the ropes holding them together.
I have magic sword.
I will cut maybe 2 loose before I listen to him
Just
telling
like
me
with
that.
the picture.
Huh?
I'm gonna cut about 2 barrels loose until he like points at his super sharp sword, and I'm gonna go and I'll gesture for him to do it.
Oh yeah. So you begin like you're hacking into
sawing
it,
with this little dagger.
sawing and sawing and sawing, and then you're like,
Theta,
He's like tapping me on the shoulder, but I
Theta.
don't feel it.
Theta, magic sword.
Oh. By all means, please. I figure that if we cut these loose, if they're as empty as this first one, which I'm not going to try to put back together, but if they're all as empty, they should be airtight. So if this ship decides to go down or up or capsizes or we set it on fire, these should float afterwards and give us a means to not immediately drown.
Good idea, Theta.
Does that help?
No, not at all.
sent me ship.
Alright,
names.
I'll cut
Oh,
all the
nice,
barrels
good
that he
for
points to
you.
loose.
Huh?
You're gonna sound like a
All the
pro.
barrels he points to, I'll just cut each one.
I need everyone to make a strength saving throw, please.
Okay.
Whatever.
The DC is 20,
saving
so I need everyone to make a strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Everybody.
20?
Yes,
You
the
didn't
DC is
make it.
20.
No. Nah.
Darn it.
Damn it! I almost made it. That's so bullshit.
Oh, that's
Damn it.
good. That'd have been
He
good.
made it.
Damn it.
So, anybody roll above?
No, I
20?
didn't, because it goes down by 1.
Nobody.
5.
So as you
I
begin,
don't make it.
so you're cutting through, and then you come over and you're like, all right, sweet, and then you right through the rope, freeing some of the barrels. The taut sort of rope just kind of like
Relax.
falls off. A wave kind of like comes up the side for a moment, like over it, and the whole ship just kind of goes for a moment, and like this heavy wave kind of like pushes the whole boat, and you're all knocked prone for a moment.
Okay.
As it settles back down, you're like,
Ugh.
ugh,
Do we get these barrels all, like this group of barrels?
free. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can I go over to the side of the ship and look off into the water and see? Because we didn't notice like tumultuous seas, right?
No. So it was relatively calm. It's been a little bit of like
And then this wave.
just kind of like.
I'm gonna look and see if it looks like there's any more inclement wavery headed towards
Okay,
us.
which way are you looking? It came from this direction.
Oh, it came from this.
Yeah, but it's going that way if you wanna. So if you're looking for
Oh.
the cause of it, you go this way. If you're looking for more.
There's more doors on. Are there doors on this level or no?
No.
Oh, there's just the ladder up.
Yep,
Okay, cool.
ladder up.
I'm gonna tap you and go and just point to the other side. I'm gonna go to the other side, and I'm gonna point at the barrels to you, and then I'm gonna look over the edge while.
Okay, so you both go on each side.
What are we doing though?
Well, I was going to the far side, and I was taking them with me
Okay.
and pointing to the barrels on this side too.
Yeah.
So you can free those ones.
Yeah, just
Okay.
Yep, same.
So you run over and you look down for a minute and you don't see any like more crazy waves coming in off the ocean. It just seems regular rolling for the most part.
Is this
Okay.
a door? Over there?
Huh?
Is there a
Yes.
door?
Yes,
Is there like a little window?
Doors,
open or
doors.
no?
Cabins. If he's jerking it, he wants you to see him.
Okay.
If he's working, that's my garden.
It's on a ship. Don't laugh. That's how it works.
Okay.
That's his.
I would like to go.
Sometimes you just take a loose grip and let the
Let's go
waves
this
do it.
way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Me and
well,
Zongak both.
They call it a stranger at sea.
You're going towards the captain's
Yeah.
quarters?
And I look down at Zongak. I'm like, should we open it? Like a little bit, not a lot. Real quiet.
I don't know, Retro.
He asked me what we're doing.
And I'm gonna hook it into the door and just
Try to like pry it open.
yeah, just
Go ahead and make an athletics check, please.
Still.
Jesus, 25.
25. As you bring
Rip the door open.
as you bring the blade in and you begin kind of like leaning to one side, you can hear it kind of like begin to bow outwards, but you can hear a metal lock against itself. And then you hear this like wispy sort of like from within.
You can't stay.
Wrong number.
Very sure this one's occupied.
Yeah. Do I hear that as well?
Yeah.
Did we hear that?
No.
Okay. I was curious how much of the boat was speaking to us.
Aside from Zongak, who's the closest one to us?
Nobody. You're on literally opposite ends of the ship. It's over
Yeah.
160 feet
I'll
long.
just go psst and see who hears
She
me.
turns around.
Skeletons downstairs. What's up?
No one.
Okay.
Clangle, clangle, clangle.
Wait, does anybody else? Anybody?
No, they don't hear anything.
We're
Oh,
two-thirds
shit.
of a football field away
Yeah.
from
Yeah. So, as you guys are looking over the edge, you don't see any more.
On the ocean, there's a lot of noise too.
You don't see anything that seems too tumultuous, and as you turn back around and you're gonna cut the other ones free.
Mhm.
You cut the other ropes free. They relax. The barrels all kind of like loosen up a little bit. I need everyone to make a strength saving throw, please.
Oh no!
I was also checking down to make sure that the sea was at the same level it was previously.
Again. Same number.
What?
I didn't make it.
12. 13.
13.
Eight.
Time.
Ooh,
1?
indeed.
Okay.
10.
10.
Which, to be fair, is a 3.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall down the stairs.
Oh,
Well, the only reason
I
why
didn't
is
like
because
those stairs anyway.
he loses his footing and he would have just fallen prone, but then he catches the staircase and just ting 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 ting.
Oh,
I
even
rolled
those
really
have
well.
hit points
What did you roll?
already.
8.
So as you you grab onto the banister and you just hold on for dear life, but the whole ship begins to, again, seemingly like spinning almost in place.
Who?
What? You guys are knocked prone in front of the door.
Oh god.
You're kind of like stuck in the door a little bit with your blade, like, but you're knocked prone.
Also-
Everyone's knocked prone.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Stand up.
So you guys begin kind of, obviously
Yeah.
you collect yourselves. And,
Stand up.
do you stand up? You're prone for the rest of the game,
From my
right? Like,
laying position,
uh-huh.
I'm just gonna say to Ma in a normal voice, you know, maybe we shouldn't split up. From my, however I landed, if it's face down, that's fine.
Can I hear that?
Was that? Did it come from a different direction or did it come from the same direction?
The
Oh,
wave.
wait.
Make an
Alright.
intelligence check.
Oh shit.
Look, perceive.
I want to point out.
Natural 20.
Is it?
Yep. -1. 19.
Natural 19.
Natural 19. So as you kind of like look over the side, it's hard to tell with the darkness. You have dark vision, correct?
Nope.
No.
Not anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, you took it away from him.
Oh, that's right.
Fucker.
Oh, that's right. So it's hard to tell. The sea at the bottom just seems like glass. Even with the motion, it just seems like you're getting the occasional glimmer of reflection from the moonlight, and it's hard to tell which direction it's heading from.
Do I hear Theta talking in a normal voice? Or no. Okay.
There's wind. There's waves.
Yeah.
There's everything.
There's an
So
asshole
I'll
seagull.
look down to Zonga and be like, we gotta go tell somebody that there's somebody in there.
Alright.
Okay.
Once I'm up, I'll move down and assist Theta up, and then we'll start making our way across.
So a quick narration for Mr. Rashid. You were hanging out in the hotel, getting some rest, and then after a while, you kind of grew bored. You entered the city for a little while. Looked around, but most of the pricing was exorbitant and just ridiculous.
Also, the city sucks.
City's boring, unfortunately. Seems primarily empty because all of the younger people have gone off to war, basically. So it's mostly older and very young children. But you made your way to the port, joined the bar, had fun with the bar, even though it's like 3 gold a drink, pretty much. But the sailors there seem to be carousing a bit, and then you hear about your allies from the people in the bar. They take you to their ship, the Advantage. From the Advantage, they take you on a little rowboat. And this guy's like kind of drunk, and also like he's got like the drunk sweats going on, you know. And he's like, oh, and he's just rowing you all the way over. And he eventually takes you to the ghost ship that you heard so much about. They put the little hook ladder up, and you climb up. He takes it down, and you find yourself standing alone. You were expecting allies, but surprisingly empty in the darkness. Yeah, that's where you find yourself.
I was like, oh, just touch this. Oh.
So you are on the boat.
Search the whole top of the boat.
I'd say with it, you have dark vision, right?
Correct.
I'd say with enough you can see them because they're kind of like direct line of sight kind of thing.
Alright.
Theta's hidden because he's laying prone on the ground.
Did he see me fall?
No, he like
Stumbled
just
down
came
there.
in just now.
I heard it though. I heard.
I'm sure you heard it as you were pulling up. She was like, all right. So, what are you guys doing? What's the plan?
I'd like to make my way toward our compatriots.
I'm gonna accept Ma's help
I
and stand
follow.
up slowly.
Well, I'm holding her hand,
Yeah, we're
so I
holding
stay
hands,
as close as I can
And
and
then,
away from the water.
Whoa!
You
You
see them
teleport.
all kind of like gathering up. At first, you get low for a minute to just be safe, and then you're.
While we're next to you.
I see.
Roll an 18 for stealth. I want to sneak up on them.
Oh yeah, nobody notices.
Oh my god, he's gonna get killed!
like a
We like wail on.
like a cartoon character. He's just like, no one will notice.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go straight up to Maul.
Okay.
Just behind him.
Thought we were friends.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god, no.
And then he appears back in frame. That's fantastic. Way to go, buddy.
Me and Zonga heard you, but you also heard that just now. I thought we were friends.
That was to you.
After helping me up, and I took my time getting up. My whole movement.
I am going to swing with my newfound claws.
Okay, make an attack roll. Claws? Oh, with your hand.
Why are you? You built this mechanic.
You did this to me!
This is every single
Well, no,
thing.
because I immediately linked it to the claws that she has.
Oh.
I thought about the weapon, and I was like, wait, what?
6
6?
to hit.
Does not hit.
Nice.
So you just see him go, ah! Hands come out flailing, and you just like. And then you all see a Ra.
Oh.
A
Hello.
Mr. Rashid.
Are you a ghost?
No, it's Ra.
I haven't seen him. Maybe he died.
No, we left him in the bar. Someone was supposed to tell him that we.
I mean, somebody told him. He's here.
It wasn't us though.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
There's a small child, right?
Glad you're here.
Hi, Raw.
Always
Hello.
use more bullet
There's
shields.
zombies and ghosts. This is the
Oh,
ghost
fun.
ship.
Alright. Okay.
This
No.
is the
I
goat.
gathered that
there's
much on the
zombies
way
and
here.
Skelemans.
Well,
To
yes.
be fair, I don't think we fought zombies. I think
So-
we fought.
Also,
corpses.
somebody told us to go away.
Yeah, there's a locked door
Oh,
down
so
there.
What?
we'll just go away already.
Yeah.
That's fun.
At that door, I tried to pick it with my sword,
Try to open
Oh,
it.
and
I think that's called
when
picking.
I started bending the door to open, he said go away.
Oh, I can pick it,
I have a magic sword.
but I can pick the
We
lock.
could also
We don't
just
need
cut the
to
door in
pick it.
half.
Is it a magic lockpick?
I can just cut the lock.
No, but we want to.
It can't cut through anything
Well-
that's stronger than it.
Yeah,
I can
So
cut
metal.
around the lock.
No,
He
that's
cut-
very,
I can cut around
very
the lock.
loud. Why don't we let him try first?
Do you know how loud? Do you know how loud it is?
Yeah, no, you've seen it cut through things. It
Yeah.
goes through stuff.
Is it
But-
a lightsaber?
but-
Lightsaber?
Basically,
Basically.
that can't
We
cut
didn't
metal or rock.
come here to fight. We might just want to have a conversation with whoever wanted you to go away. That could
I'm-
be their room.
Just saying.
They could be sleeping, or that
What
thing.
what
the
what did we
sex
come
thing.
here for? I just know you guys
Adventure.
are here.
This is
Adventure.
one of those things
We're
where
supposed to check it out because the Duke doesn't like it,
Uh-huh.
and it's killed people. I think these are the people that it
We
killed.
get a
I'm gonna
reward.
point out
We
some
re-killed
corpses.
them.
we get a reward for this.
You do. Yes.
I
We get payment.
But we get payment
Does
for
anyone-
what? What is the
Were you-
point of
were you
this?
there when
Find
he said
out
that?
why this is here.
Okay.
Find out where it goes.
I thought
Okay.
it was
It leaves
just
in the morning.
me
And
and
are we staying until
You
morning?
and him.
Yes.
But I
And
think you
so
guys
we're
told
following
us
it
we
up.
would get paid because
Yeah.
otherwise.
Or rather,
we
we're
would
staying
be
on
there.
it out.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Well,
specifically didn't
That
tell you
sounds
we were getting paid.
dangerously fun.
Yeah, but I thought I
Um,
asked at one point.
You did, and I said
But
nope.
adventure, right?
But didn't somebody else
Doing
say
it because
yes?
adventure. Somebody did, but they were not informed. They couldn't say yes. I mean, they could say yes, but they didn't have any information one way or another.
So do I know or not?
You don't know if you're getting paid.
Okay.
Safe to assume.
We're doing it for adventure.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't
what I
like
said.
this adventure.
All
I
right.
like this adventure.
We're in the middle of the ocean.
It's
Well,
an adventure to pick a lock.
We've got
Okay.
barrels on the
I
off
mean, I'm cool if you
chance.
pick a lock. I want to see this go.
Yes.
No, Barrel's back at town.
God, worst pun.
Song.
I
No,
like
I
that
mean-
one.
Scooby!
Well, eventually, you pick a lock. I'm gonna go pick a lock, and I'm beelining over the other side
Okay.
because I already tried going upstairs and I ended up going back down. But I can pick a lock.
I'll go with him. Well, I mean, I feel like we're all probably
Yeah, we're all
gonna
going. Let's all go.
Head over there.
Yeah, me and Zog are going.
I would say that who was it? Zongek and Maz, you guys are running away. You can feel this strange heat coming from the front end of the boat.
Did you fart over there?
No, Theta and I heard some machinery going down.
Did you pee in
below.
in the air?
No, it's some manner of heat, but Theta didn't feel it warranted investigation.
Yeah, when you pee and it's really hot, it turns to steam. Maybe this is all pee steam.
The pee of the area that you're peeing at.
Pee
Oh
steam.
God, he's getting more tokens.
Pick a lock.
Okay, go ahead and make your check with your thieves tools, please. So D20 plus Dex plus proficiency.
Oh shoot, I've been doing it until
10.
10. You bring the pick in, and as you begin kind of manipulating the lock a little bit, there's this like low. Go away.
But we need to be here.
And then you just like. That wasn't high enough to get in, so you're just like.
I know. I said I will continue working on it and saying, but we need to be here. And I'm not giving up yet. I mean, I understand. I probably won't roll for a minute while things happen, but I'm still trying to pick it.
He's there's like a silence on the other side,
Really.
and then you hear like a sloshing sound followed by a clank, 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 and you imagine he like threw something at the door and it's just kind of like up against the.
Look, there's no need to be afraid. We're friends, usually.
Are you still trying to pick it?
Yes, I'm
We're friends.
shoving my picks. I mean, I got a 10. I'm sitting there with my picks going,
Trying to get it in there.
we're friends.
Do we want to try to get in there? I mean,
I'm trying to get
I
in here.
pull out
I
a
want to pick a
crowbar.
goddamn
Why don't you
lock.
just go ahead
I
and
am
do
a
the,
thief.
do the thing with the law?
No, I'll let him go.
Yes,
When
if
you're
saying
ready.
You can pry it open.
Okay.
I said, I will do this. It's important.
Alright, I put the crowbar away and I stand there.
We don't need I have a magic key.
Where's all this
You
magic shit
put it
coming
in the-
from all
no,
of a
you put it
sudden?
in the lock and you turn it.
Oh
It's a
my
sword that cuts the
God.
lock away. Yes, but
Supposedly.
he already seems on edge.
I know.
And I don't want to cut the door open.
As you will. Let me know when you're done.
It sounds like he's throwing drinks, so I
Yeah, I
don't
know.
think he's on edge. I think he's just mad.
Do you want to come out and talk to us?
Probably drunk.
We just want to have a conversation. We're very curious about your ship. It's magical. Maybe literally, but also figuratively.
You hear this like low groaning sound followed by. Get off my ship.
Gladly, but we need to speak to you about the harboring rules. The harbor master says that you need to park it or leave. And we
Not necessarily
just need
untrue.
to have a conversation about
Yeah, you
that.
gotta move on down the road. You can't be parked here.
No overnight parking.
Yeah, you're not.
This is
done
all.
working
This
it.
is private property.
Yeah.
You gotta leave now. It's getting weirdly
Can
real
I-
in here.
Can I insight the sound? Like, is
The
he
voice.
sound? Yeah, does he sound sad or mad?
Go ahead and make your insight check.
I'm out of hours. You want me to call the FBI?
Is that's a 7?
Okay, it's
Yeah,
good.
Insight?
Minus one?
Should be
11.
pretty high.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
11.
4.
You'll let's see how he can deceive.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was
Thought we'd have a straight
It's actually
conversation.
rolling
My
fucking
bad.
dice. From what you're gathering from him,
That's kinda
he seems irritated, or the voice sounds irritated.
Okay. Is there any like
My
light or
cat will
anything
only
coming
follow the
through the door?
reflection. Yeah.
Or is
No.
it like pretty like?
Pitch black.
Okay.
Even when the door's like jimmied, like slightly open, it's still pitch black.
You should.
I'm gonna
Or like.
take Melvin
Put an eye near the door.
at the crack. Just so it's fucking
A beam?
beaming light.
Okay.
Oh,
I see you.
As soon as it like.
So as you shine the light in, who's closest to it? Are you and
Me
you?
and Zen.
Definitely.
The three of you.
I want to put my eye here.
You peep in, and as the light kind of cascades through the room, you see a very well decorated interior with a hanging rack of clothing. And as the light beams past on the right hand side, you can see like a very nice bed that's kind of inlaid. There's a table in this. There's two tables in the center of the room. One large one with sort of like maps and charts on it, and then behind that there's a smaller one with a chair. And you see a gentleman sitting there. He has a long sort of blackened beard. He has a tricorn hat on underneath a bandana. He seems like glowing blue and translucent, and he's sitting there. He's wearing like a traditional like pirate's commander's coat. And as he's kind of sitting there, as the light hits him, you see his eyes like kind of like slowly level, and then they just immediately turn red, and his chest turns red, and he just lunges towards the door. He's going to attack you.
Through the door?
Yeah, he's a ghost. He just walks through that motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
So, as soon as I see him, but before he does anything, I would like to say, oh, good, a captain. We would like to negotiate travel up the coast back to Batella.
How far does he get into that
It's a
sentence,
19
please?
to hit.
That really hits me. Inescapably.
Yeah.
Huh?
How far does he get into that sentence before he's
He gets like the whole thing as you notice like his eyes just
I make no effort to.
he just begins he like basically floats through two different tables and he comes barreling out. 19 to hit you, and that is a D8.
That's what my hit points are made out of.
That is 10 points of slashing damage. As he goes through the
You sure it's 10 points or is it a lot earlier? Where do you keep hiding this
That'll be
damn rag?
So he
in the corner.
as he comes through the door, he draws a like a curved looking longsword. It's not necessarily a scimitar as much as it's just this like really large, I'd say a large scimitar or falchion. Yeah, like a cutlass. And as he does, he brings it through the door and it goes clean through the door. It doesn't seem to have any resistance, but then it strikes right into you and almost like knocks you off your feet, denting part of your exterior hide. And as he does, he
I will
finds
make it sound
himself.
like a modem.
He finds himself in the
Get
middle
on,
of the party.
Get on.
Oh.
Spooky, scary,
That was
skelly
trying.
man.
And so he's definitely outside the door now.
Oh yeah, he's outside. He's like floating slightly above the ground. His like coat and everything is billowing. His eyes are just burning red. You can see his heart through his body, and it's just like emanating like this like red energy from him. And he's just holding the sword, just enraged. It seems like.
Really
Everybody
wants
roll initiative.
to, really
I have
wants
a
to just stab
question.
him through the
More
door.
initiative than you guys.
Yes.
Jesus.
Fucking balls and wieners.
Nice. I rolled that, but 10 less.
Ha! Suck it, nerds.
Suck it, nerd.
Don't be that way. Okay, have I ever heard about like a
Ghost.
ghost, not like a ghost
Pirate.
pirate, but like, or maybe a pirate like him out on the seas, like
Ghost Heart, the
around the
undead
around
pirate.
the lava.
Do you want to
Make a history check.
hang out, sweetie?
You mean?
For like breakfast or something?
25-20.
25 to 20 on Nish.
Oh,
Anybody?
22.
22. So I'm gonna have 22 at the top there. Let's see who else.
Bring it back around.
What is his?
I'm gonna turn the beat around.
Okay.
Something stuff.
15 to 20.
Really good day, guys.
Fuck.
Okay. 10 to 15.
11.
13.
12.
Oh, that's not
Alright,
so big.
So 13 is Ma, 12 is Theta, and 11 is Rashid. Correct? 13, 12, 11. Cretin?
7. And then I got 12 for my history check.
No. Nothing immediately
Oh,
strikes
18?
you as this.
No, 11.
For your Nish, I thought you rolled an 18.
No, I rolled a 2. Was it 2?
Oh, I thought you were laughing and you showed it to me, but you showed me the
Oh
18
no.
face.
Oh yeah. Oh, 'cause it's
That's
supposed
right.
to
Yeah,
do
yeah. That's why I
Okay,
was
so
like, what the hell
top of the
happened?
round, Zongak, you're up, sir.
Should we take a break?
Is it about that time?
Yeah.
All right, we are going to take a quick break. So if you bear with us for a moment
Ghost Captain
before we
Fireman.
engage in the ghost captain fight.
Okay.
Don't say my thing.
So with that being said, we'll be right back, guys. We're gonna go
Most
down.
of us have
We're gonna
backups.
come back up after we use the bathroom and stuff. So thanks for hanging out with us.
Run.
Join us after the break. So be right back.
My
I don't
backup's
stick
still
around,
short.
so it won't be a TPK. They'll go back to the end.
My backup is
Alright, here we go.
Stop.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm in. Alright. So, we rolled initiative.
What's this Wally looking for?
Don't worry about it. It's not for you.
Not for you.
Anyway, we are back. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you guys are enjoying. I posted everyone's name, race, class in the description for you guys. Should be in order in the
Is there
correct
a bot
order.
for that?
From the right. That's what I did.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I have a bot command for it. It just has a really long cooldown because it takes up a lot of space. So, that's up there if anybody's curious on who's playing what's playing who, however you want
What's playing who?
however you want to phrase that.
There's a way you can set up the bot to PM people.
Oh.
So if they want to get it, you
Yeah.
can set it so that when they do that, it'll PM them that number, and then they can do as much as they want. Who cares if they spam their own PM chat?
True. That's true. So, quick little recap. Our party was exploring the ghost ship, encountered some zombies, the remnants of the previous exploration crew. After defeating them easily, or weakly, I don't know, depends on how you view it, I guess. They did some exploring. Mr. Rashid made his way back. Well, has been making his way back for a while now, but just arrived. And now they have seemed to enrage the former captain.
El Capitan.
He might even be the current captain. I don't know. How does this work?
Well, he's Ghost Captain Fireheart.
Well, is he the first iteration of Dread Pirate, or is he the second?
Dread Pirate Roberts?
Yep.
Okay, Zongak, you're up. Top of the round.
Well, since I'm holding Lou's hand, I'm just going to swing with depth.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Go in rage.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll, sir.
Reckless. Abandon.
No, not reckless anymore.
That was pretty reckless. Just throwing your dice in for it.
You abandoned him.
Okay, that is a 17.
17 does not hit.
Okay.
Oh my god, what have we done?
I don't know. What'd you do? So, you bring depth around, and as you do, you swing wide to try to kind of like catch the side of this thing. And as it's floating there for a minute, it brings its hand back, and then this spectral sort of shield just goes around its arm, and it just back and just blocks the attack.
What is
Seemingly.
attack connects to the shield?
Yeah, hit it. Doesn't do any damage. That is your turn.
Making sure his weapon hit it. That's
Yeah.
all I care about.
Oh yeah, it hit. Anything else?
Nope, I'm just on fire and holding Lou.
Okay. You just see sparks kind of like kick up from the impact. It is the enemy's turn. As he's standing there in front of all of you, kind of like this. Huh? No, he's just glowing. He's like energy, spectral energy. And as he's standing there for a minute, he brings his shield up and he's like, 2 arms! And then more spectral
I mean, that was cool, but not
warriors
at the
begin
same time.
to appear.
Oh, man.
They
That
all
was
appear
cool,
within 30 feet of him. Okay.
Stink.
Now I know that these are little skelly mans, but they're
Pretend
all
they're
spectral.
ghost
Wait,
skeletons.
so they look different than the zombies we fought?
Yeah, they all look like
Ghost!
they all look like pirates in various states of dress, all wielding weapons, and you can almost hear like this spectral clink. They have swords, shields, and they're all wearing like chainmail. They look like they're wearing actual armor. All right, let's make sure the warriors land.
No.
Okay, so that is his action. So that's all he's going to do. However, due to that ability, now all of his allies get to go. So they are going to begin
God.
swarming.
Is there only 3?
I was worried there'd be like 6
Yeah.
of them.
So Thedo, we still doing diplomacy?
He hit me!
I understand.
That's a bow arrow, just the point blank whack.
That is an 8 to you, sir.
An 8.
8 to hit you.
8 does not hit.
Natural 20 to hit you.
Oh, whoa.
Why did I
And the
ask?
third one is to Lucrezia.
Uh-huh.
Is a 22.
Oh, that hits.
So, in order, you are
God.
first, sir. Okay. That's 9 points of slashing damage, halved to 4. And then the other one is to you, Typhoid. That is 10 points of slashing damage to you, as it just brings its long sword. As they appear, and they kind of like look around for a minute, being called from somewhere. They immediately go into fight mode, and they just begin swinging their swords, and it just turns into a full-on brawl on the deck. But you guys take your damages, and now it is Maw's turn.
It is Maw's turn, and
Real
Maw
Ma.
will respond in kind. I'm attacking. Can I reach the captain? I feel like no.
No, he is 10 feet away from you.
Alright. I'm going to attack the gentleman that attacked me.
Okay, so you turn around.
With my longsword.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
14 to hit.
14. As you bring Marvellius around, he just parries, tink, and then he's back in position.
Why did I get rid of my scimitar?
All right, that is the. Anything else? Bonus action?
Nope.
Theta, you're up.
Maybe someday.
What's the disparity between the levels on the deck?
About 10 feet up.
Okay.
No, probably like 12 feet up.
I'd like to disengage.
Okay.
And go up these stairs.
Okay. 15.
And I'll take another step kind of towards the captainish. Yeah, like
Okay.
that. Now, who do I have eyes on from that vantage?
You can see everybody.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I would like to shoot an arrow at the captain's head.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll, sir.
Trying to decide who wants to betray me. You know what? You've been rude today. Hey, thank you. 24.
24 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Man, you're not rolling well. 12.
12 damage.
Oh, I'm sorry. 16.
16.
Keep not adding the damage that I add for it.
Okay, so as you fire off your it's right through him, and you just see him kind of like doesn't seem to react immediately to the strike. It did hit, but he doesn't seem to really care right now. All right, that is the end of your turn. Rashid, you're up, sir.
Arrow.
I'll turn around and I'm gonna attempt to stab the one right
So
behind.
attacking Lucrezia?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Ooh, yeah. I don't think.
What's your dex?
That's a good question.
What's your dex? Well, he's only got one.
13.
13.
13 as it turns around, just smacks the sword away with his shield, and then just prepares to counter. It is Lucrezia's turn.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to hit him with my hammer.
Okay, which one?
The big guy.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll, please.
15.
15 does not hit. As you wind up and you bring the hammer down, he just blocks it with his shield and keeps his.
I would like to spend a key point.
Okay.
To do Fury of Blood, the one that attacked me.
Okay, so you wheel around real quick and give him the old 1-2. Go ahead and make your attack rolls, por favor.
Oh, 11 plus 7.
18.
18.
11 plus 5, sorry.
16.
16. Barely hits.
11 for the next one.
11 does not hit. So go ahead and roll damage for the first one.
Nice.
5.
8.
6. 8 and 6. Oh, no, I only did 1.
You
So
only hit one, so
yeah,
what?
yeah. 8.
16 didn't hit.
Yes.
No, 16 did, 11 did not.
Yeah.
Oh.
So 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 5.
Yes.
So as you wheel around,
Key points like these on the paper, so you can fill in with your dry erase and then wipe them off and you rest.
I feel like that takes more space.
you
Yeah.
So after the hammer gets buffeted away, you wheel around and take a backhand to the one. It passes through his form, but you can see him kind of recoil, almost like he felt it a little bit. So then you bring your fist around again, and he just blocks it with his shield. All right. Random shout. Top of the round, Zongak, you're up.
I felt you inside me.
That's basically what happened.
Stop.
I'm going to wheel around to the one that's attacking Maw.
Okay.
I'm going to use both my attacks on it.
Okay.
First one is a 16.
16 hits.
Second one is a 22.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. So that's 17 altogether.
Well, what's the first damage?
Okay, the first damage is the magical.
Yep.
Which is. What's it? 7. Yeah, 7 bludgeoning and 5 radiant. So 12.
12. Okay.
And then just 5 slashing. That's not magical. So 2 or 3.
Okay. So you bring depth around. It goes to block it, and it passes through. But you feel this like it kind of recoils from what is very clearly pain, but it doesn't seem to actually like make connection. And then you drive the sword through the center of it, and it just kind of ignores the secondary swing as it kind of snarls at you. All right, that is the end of your turn. It is now the Sword Wraith Commander's turn.
Why'd you call him such a long name?
Because
It's his title.
it just sounds
Sword Wraith Commander.
That sounds way cooler.
Then what?
Sword Wraith, Captain
Captain's
Pirate,
turn.
Captain Sword Wraith.
Ghosty Pirate.
Okay, so he is
Pirate
going
with
to move over one. The middle here of the fray. And he is going to target you first.
Warrior of the
Come
Gods.
on,
This
Saul,
is-
that's cool.
Yeah, that hits. Your AC is 19, correct?
Yep.
Okay, he rolled 25.
Okay.
Yeah, 25. So he brings his first swing around, and as he does, you just duck out of the way. And then his second one, he rounds it up. And as he rounds it up, you notice that he starts to, like, his eyes glow brighter, his chest glows brighter, and then the sword catches fire for a minute, and he just brings it down with, like, the fury.
Mm-hmm.
D8 plus.
No plus. That's okay.
17 points of damage. That's 11 slashing and 6 necrotic. So as he brings it down, you just see it begin to like almost like illuminate brighter and brighter, and then as he digs into you, you can feel almost like your life being like drawn from the blade as he just carves right through you with his second hit. That is the end of his turn. It is now the little guy's turn. So we are going to 1 to Ma,
Yeah.
1 to Zongak, and 1 to Lucrezia.
Yeah.
We'll start with Ma. Not gonna hit.
Yeah.
10.
Cool.
Second one to Zongak. Not much better.
Oh god.
14. Natural 20.
It's funny, we keep joking about how we have
Sorry.
replacements, and she's the first one to drop.
Stop.
Oh, and that was good too.
You don't even have to roll past 2.
She has 2 hit points.
What is that? What is that thing?
20 points of damage.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So.
What's your hit point maximum?
34.
Okay.
Ooh.
So as
Check for a second
the
there.
swinging begins, you fucking back up. You see bring Marvellius up, blocks his attack. You kind of bring the sword up to block your attack, and you just hear this like right through as the back of
Snazzy.
Lucrezia is just
I always get the natural 20.
wide open.
At the worst time.
It
There
is
too,
not.
'cause missed and it missed, and I was like, oh, it's the coming.
Yeah.
Well, I got one last time, but it
Yeah,
went
but,
from
That's the
a
same.
decent
Hit the
number down to
fucking-
like 5.
Cleaved my arm in 2. Hey, maybe I can go join him on his fucking crew when I'm a little ghost.
The
He doesn't like that much sass.
I'm not smiling a poop down.
let's see here.
That was for.
It's not
The
for
last
cooking.
one that hit her is going to use Martial Fury as a bonus action,
Hit her again.
and he's going to attack
Yeah.
you with his secondary attack.
What a nice guy DM.
Ooh, that's not good. 6, 12. to hit. So as he does, you see him like as he hits. There's like this moment where his whole body just like swells up for a minute and just brings the other blade down. You instinctively just out of the way.
No, thank you.
But you just see him
Sign
snarl.
up for the.
Okay, that is the end of their turn. Ma, you're up.
I will use bite on the one that is in front of me.
Okay, go ahead.
I honestly just picture you opening your mouth. And biting.
Yeah.
I can now, but that's a 25.
25.
Oh.
As you block the first attack that comes at you, you instinctively bring both hands around. Your hands glow for a minute, and then you swing. What is the DC?
The DC is 15.
15. He does not succeed, so he is knocked prone. Correct.
Right. Yes.
How much damage does he take?
He takes a D6, which is 1. He takes 1 damage. Now that said, he will be at disadvantage for opportunity attacks, right?
Because he's prone. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Melee.
Then I will attempt to go around him and make my way over towards the ghost person that took Lucrezia out.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's full 25. He's gonna make his attack anyway. No, it's not gonna hit. Doesn't matter what you roll. Oh, you rolled 2 4s. Doesn't hit. Woo! So as he like flails outwards, you see this blue silhouette of teeth just crunch into him and then drag one direction very quickly, and it takes him off his feet.
Take him down, Zongak!
Okay, that is the end of your turn. Theta, you're up.
When I shot my arrow through the captain's head, did it slow at all?
Didn't appear to, no.
Okay, cool. I would like to take 2 steps to the right.
Okay.
Slide to the left.
I want to line up.
To the right here?
No. To Theta's right. Yeah, like that. I want to line up the captain and that dude on the ground. And then I want to shoot through the captain at the guy on the ground.
You can try. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
I would like to try that.
Okay.
You're doing real good. I'm not going to give you a chance.
Oh.
No.
It doesn't hit anybody. It's
Am I?
11,
11.
no. As you
It was an 18.
As
it
you-
rolled over to a 5.
As you run around, you bring the bow up and you fire, and he just catches it in the shield in the side, and then he just brings his hand down, and then the arrow, you just watch it go fall to the ground. Anything else as a bonus action?
No.
Okay. Rashid, you're up, sir.
I'd like to attempt to stab the one next to me again.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll, sir. No? Not good?
Natural Uno.
A natural Uno. So you, after your artful parry of his attack, you're just like, hi-ya! And it's just like right to the side of him. Like he even gets ready to block it, and he's like,
Just imagine just like right through the ribs, like all the way through.
Yeah. Nothing. All right. That is the anything as a bonus action. Okay. So that is the end of your turn. Lucrezia, I need you to make a death saving throw, please.
Please be nice. 10.
10. You
Okay.
succeed. 10 plus 1
Yay.
is a success. All right. Next up is top of the round. Zongak, you're up, sir.
And pull a potion out of my bag.
Wait 1 second. I need you to make one more attack roll, please. You had advantage. I forgot.
Is it 1 again?
That's over 20. I don't know.
Over 20?
Oh,
Then that one hits. Go ahead and
I
roll
don't
damage.
care about doing the math right now.
It was a natural 18.
Nice.
Is it a rapier?
This one? Yeah.
It's a D8.
And
That
then I get sneak attack, right?
Yes, because the Maw's within 5 feet of him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Of course. 9.
9. Okay, so I take that back. You do not miss. You stab straight through. True. And as you pull it through, he kind of like looks surprised for a minute, and then you pull it out, and you see his body pull with it, but he doesn't show any outward signs of taking damage. So you pull it out, and he's just like, and then gets back into position. Now it's your turn, sir.
I'm gonna grab Lou by the face and just go. Thump.
Yeah.
Okay. So you use your action to give her a potion.
Yeah.
Which
My
one?
last potion.
2d4 plus
Stroke
4?
her throat until
It's
she.
the
Stop.
it's the great potion.
The great potion. Okay.
Yeah, it's not that good. It's grape flavored. Gross.
I don't remember what it is.
Isn't it like just double what a regular potion is?
No.
They're all different. So let me just
Is
grab
it in
your
your
range.
computer?
It's in here.
Oh.
Let's open ranges as much in area as I need. You said greater?
Yeah.
44 plus 4. I'm gonna
Damn.
leave that open.
So it is double, but the modifier's not.
The modifier, it should be 2d4 plus 2. So
Yeah.
it's 2, 4, 6. Who do we appreciate?
Oh, it is 2 plus 2. So it's
Theo.
double. Exactly.
Oh yeah,
We
that's some good
appreciate
rolls.
Theo.
No, you have to go. Okay. How much is it?
You do.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points of
I'm
healing.
You can
17
almost
plus 4.
survive another attack from that guy.
Yeah.
All right. So as he leans down and gives you the potion, you just kind of like
Yeah.
cough and wake up. That is
I'm gonna just stand over her.
okay.
Oh.
Body block for her.
All right. That is the end of your turn. It is the enemy's turn.
You're
I
so
mean,
teeny.
Seeing what's going on,
You're teabagging me.
he is going to target you, sir.
Okay.
It'd be real swell if he didn't.
Yeah, I appreciate
What is your armor class?
Mine?
Yeah.
17 when I'm enraged.
Okay. So he rolled. It's a 19 total.
Okay, yeah, he hits.
So that's the first one. He's going to take both swipes at you, which is an 18 for the second hit.
Yep.
And then his bonus action on the second one, he brings, and you see it begin to glow again into this glowing mass of giggity. First damage is going to be 8 half to 4. The second one is going to be 7 half to 3. However, 4 and an additional 11 of necrotic damage, which is not halved. So, wham, just 2 solid swings, just one after another. As you kind of like bunker down trying to block, he's just cutting swaths into you. That is his turn. Okay, next up are the sword wraiths. Let's see.
There we go.
This one's going to get up. This one's going to wheel around.
No, it's fine.
He's going to attack Maw. 2 of them to you, Zongak, and 1 to you, sir. Mr. Zongak Areno. Yeah, that hits. That's 24.
Mhm.
Second one is 21.
Okay.
And you take 7 half to 3 and 10 half to 5. So both of them just taking that opportunity as you're just kind of like taking hits. They both use that opportunity to stab into you. Then the last one to you, sir. Mr. Maw. Oh, yeah, that hits 20. That's a 25. 11 points of slashing damage. To you, Mr. Maw. It is a
Well, I'm really glad that I took some time to give you guys some inspiration.
temporary hit points, yeah. Saving the day. So, just this anarchy
There you
erupts
go.
as the fighters go full tilt. Alright, that is the end of their turn. Maw, you're up, sir.
Alright, I'm going to cast Constrict on the gentleman that just attacked me.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
That is a 19.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
2.
2 damage.
2 damage, and it's going to be a 15 for his restrained check.
Strength. He fails. So as you you bring both hands together, you just see this bluish tentacle come up, wrap around him, and he's stuck in place, just trying to like fight against it. Can't seem to get out. That is the end of your turn.
Yes, sir.
Theta, you're up.
Get him, boys!
So he constricted somebody over there?
Yes.
Correct.
I'm
The
turning.
one. That one is currently restrained.
Okay, I'm gonna turn and shoot at that one.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll, sir.
That fella. This one's so fucking bright.
Yeah, this one might be 9.
I know, that's why I
Okay, you
switched
have
to-
advantage on the attack roll regardless, because he's restrained.
17.
17 hits.
Oh. Calling me surprised.
I thought you were bronze.
Done good work.
Time to throw the kids in the fight. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you do. 11 or 50.
15. Wow. 15 points of damage.
Well, the D6 actually rolled a number this time instead of a 1 or a 2. I think it's done every other time. Not
Okay.
today.
So as you take that opportunity, you see the gentleman get kind of buffeted against this like bluish tentacle, and he begins fighting. You just take that opportunity to fire straight through his head, into the deck, and you kind of see him like shake his head for a minute. Again, it seems like they seem confused by getting hurt. They don't seem to be showing any outward signs of it due to their incorporeal nature. That anything bonus action?
No.
Okay. That is the end of your turn. Rashid, you're up, sir.
Stab the crap out of him.
So I have a question. How
See,
much
wait.
taller than me is this guy?
He's currently floating, but normally he'd be standing about 6 feet. So he's floating about 6 inches to a foot off the ground.
That's pretty tall. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
you got a line on him.
So, if I use Burning Hands in an upward direction,
Could you hit just him?
just him shooting
I'll
up,
allow
not
it.
hit the ship.
Yeah.
You'll hit the ship, but I'll allow it.
We can burn it down.
I mean, I'm trying to.
All right, if you want to do that, yeah. What's
Yeah, I
the
would
saving
love
throw?
to.
And I'm laying down, so cool.
Ooh, dexterity, 14.
He rolled a 20 for his dexterity. saving
Sick.
throw, which
So he
is
takes
actually
half damage.
just a really high roll because he didn't have any special things against it.
1, 2,
So go ahead and roll your damage up. You take half damage from it.
7?
7 points of damage?
Yep.
Halved, or was that the half?
That's the half.
Okay.
I want to see. I can see.
Oh, look, use your honor system. Okay, so you bring both hands up together and kind of like he turns to you, kind of like looking confused, and then there's this arcane flare, and just a flamethrower erupts off the side and just kind of like cascades up the side of the railing. You see it kind of spin up by you, engulfing him entirely, and then you just kind of like, as the flames die down, he's just standing there staring
Oh shit.
at you. But that is the end of your turn.
Can I dodge as a...
No, you can disengage, dash, or
Hide.
hide.
I always think I can dodge, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
never mind.
I'll disengage.
Okay, where do you want to go?
Up the stairs as far as I can go.
You can go all the way up.
Yep.
I will say though, from there you won't be able to see the captain very well,
That's fine.
which means his AC goes up the further, the harder he is to see.
Oh, okay.
That's just anybody.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yep.
Okay, that is the end of your turn, Lucrezia. You're up.
Still
Just
laying
running.
down. I'd like to go, God damn it! And everyone gets 4 temporary hit points.
Okay, everyone gains 4 temporary hit points as she brandishes the hammer. There's this flare for a moment as the sapphire and sort of head begins to glow prominently for a moment. Even you notice all of the incorporeal undead kind of like wince away from the light for a minute as you feel this like push, and you all feel
If I
temporarily revitalized.
get up, will they get an opportunity?
No, not if you
Okay,
stand
so
up.
I will get up,
Okay, old man.
Okay.
and then I would like to burn
Like
a
ankle
key point
bone.
to do dodge.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Whoop. Right, key point. You're getting old. Who are you? All right. That is the end of your turn. Top of the round, Zongak, you're up, sir.
Let's do it by the numbers.
Mhm.
That guy,
Okay.
just gonna spin around on both attacks.
Okay. Go ahead. Make your attack.
Recklessly.
Do it.
Give him both barrels.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Obviously misses. That's his. It's just the. No, yeah, you're.
Nature of the beast.
Right, yeah, I
Natural
don't
20
know.
armor, dude. It's a magic item.
We should just
And
play a game
another
where it only
20.
like it's all opposite.
Oh,
you know?
that would be horrible.
So that's 2 natural 20s.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damages, sir.
You'd be like, yeah, 18.
Alright.
That'd be beautiful.
Let me get this.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
we were talking about that.
Golf score D&D.
Alright.
Yeah. I mean, for some people that might help.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I didn't notice. It's not fun anymore.
13. It's going to be 19 bludgeoning. That's magical. 6 radiant. So that's 25 for the first attack.
Okay. Easy, man. Nailed it.
Second one
So proud of myself.
is 8 damage.
Half?
Normal, half to 4.
Halved to 4.
So that's 29 altogether.
So, as you bring you bring depth around as hard as you can, just angrily, it begins to flare up, and it kind of drags along the inside of the on the ground for a minute. Just, you see this like rake marks as it comes up, and you smash into him, and unfortunately there's no satisfying thud or hit, but there's this like, and you see like part of his form kind of go with it for a minute, and then as you take that opportunity, you stab into the front of his face. He kind of like hits for a minute, and he fades away.
Yay, one less.
Fades out.
And fades away.
Okay, that is the end of your turn, sir. It is now the enemy's turn. He is going to target you, the big one. And is he at advantage?
Yes. Everybody is at advantage.
Yeah, that hits 16 plus 7.
23.
23, second attack. 19 plus 7, yeah. And then he's going to burn his bonus action to alight the blade again. So, both. First is
Give them both better wounds.
12, half to 6. Second one is 11, half to 5. And then you take 8 points of necrotic damage, not half. So, as he swings out across the side, you just feel these like searing pain, and then kind of like this sickening burn as it begins to eat away at the back of your skin. And as he holds the blade out, you just see it begin to like kind of like crust over with like this nasty sort of brackish fluid that begins to like drip off. That is the end of his turn. It is going to be the other one that's next to you, Zongek. Probably not going to hit. 10, that's 16.
16 does not hit.
Okay, so that is, and then the last one will be to you, Ma, from his restrained position.
See way.
Oh, that's 11.
Yeah.
So as he kind of like flails outward, trying to reach you, he can't seem to get through the
Tentacle.
tentacle.
No.
Slaps in the face. That's a different thing. All right, that is the end of their turn.
Are you the fisherman's pirate?
Ma, you're up. You know me? Ah. Like.
Already being
There we go.
restrained, I'm just gonna tighten it.
Okay, you can use it again. Go ahead. Roll damage. Or do you have to roll it? Constrict? What does it should say on the thing?
Let's find out.
If they're constricted, you can just squeeze it. That's some artwork I saw.
It does not dictate.
I think
But it does say that I cannot construct another target.
So yeah, you just roll damage because they're already in it, which is crushes.
8.
Ooh, 8 damages.
That's the maximum I can roll. That's a good number. Maybe I should earn it.
Yeah. Score twice.
Minus 10 plus 2.
That too.
I got it. First try, guessed it correctly. Hurt my brain. Fine.
It's the best kind of math you guess at.
All good. So you just bring your hand up, and as you do, the tentacle kind of constricts, and you see his body contort under the pressure of it. That is it for him. Theta, you're up.
Hooray. There's still one constricted?
Correct.
I'm going to wang him again.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll, please. At advantage, because he is
So close.
he's restrained.
I rolled a 19 and a 20.
All right, go ahead.
Roll a 19 because it could be a 20.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll all your dices.
All
Or
right.
favor.
What do I double?
Everything. All the dice you roll,
But
not the
none
modifier.
plus numbers. Okay.
Yeah. So you're going to roll all the dice, and then you're going to add your modifier at the end.
Buffet.
All right.
I'd like to say you're welcome.
You're welcome. Just my way of being.
27 damage.
27. Math in that. What is half of that?
Half of 27?
26, 13.
Yeah.
26, 13. 26, 13? That's a big ass number for half of a number.
2,613 damage. That's clearly half of 27.
The whole
Now I may
time
be
to
mad at
do
math, but
You
pretty sure
earned
that's
it
right.
So as you watch the form of that the sort of like sword wielding ghost begin to crumple under the weight of the tentacle, you just take that opportunity to thwang it through the head to see what happens. As it passes through, it like hits, and then you watch like this whole physicality kind of go with the arrow, and then spill out over the
Or
ground.
like
and just-
like around a plane's wing.
Yep, just swoops out and it finishes.
That vortex. That's the word.
And it's
Aha!
gone. Okay, that is bonus action. Anything?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash, but I'm not gonna go anywhere.
Okay.
Pirates.
I'm dashing my mind.
Alright, that's it. That's
See
all
if
you
you
get.
can hide somewhere.
Oh yeah. Is there somewhere to hide up there?
There's railings on each of the upper levels. You can't hide right where you are. There's doors behind you.
No.
Okay.
I opened a door once.
Hide behind the
It went
wheel.
poorly. Well, what?
You're
50%
round.
of the time I've opened a door on the ship.
You
it's
do
been
know from previous experience on ships that technically what's behind you is going to be the royal quarters.
Not opening it.
Hmm?
Does that mean there's something
I'm
more?
not saying nothing. I'm just saying that behind you is technically where all the royalty would be hanging out if they're on this boat.
I'm good.
It's like Theta, you're round, the wheel's round. Just jump on the
But
wheel
you
and
can
hide
run
there.
up. You can actually run around the mast if you want to.
Yeah, I'll fade back behind the mast
You just like-
and I'll hide there. instead
Yep.
of
Go ahead
dashing.
and make your stealth check, please.
you want me to make it? Or do you want you to make it?
You can make it. I got enough shit to worry about right now.
Got it. Savage.
16.
16. Okay, cool. So, okay, yep. So you dip behind and then kind of get low for a minute.
Dip, dive, dash, and dive.
You can hear the faint sounds of the ship like as it like moves against the ocean. You hear a couple like.
Is that all you hear?
Okay. You hear one guy like, "Go fish." Fuck. No.
More people!
What do you think they're doing up there?
Oh,
Yes,
we
sir.
also know there's skeletons below deck swabbing.
Yeah.
Swabbing the poop deck. Okay, that's not the poop deck. Anyway, that is the end of Theta's turn. Rashid, you're up, sir.
I'm gonna come up around this way, right behind him.
Okay, you're gonna run up.
Mm-hmm.
Just run over. Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing again.
Flaming, burning hands.
Burning hands. Yep.
Straight down.
You're gonna hit Zongak.
I wouldn't recommend
He's
it.
What if he...
Oh, wait.
floating right now. He's 6 foot. You said the. Oh, it's 12 foot up, huh?
Yeah, you're up. You're like 12 feet up, so you're still gonna have to aim down at him.
Okay.
Oh, that's right, he's above him.
They have vaulted
Level.
ship ceilings.
Don't you have
Just seemed like a good idea.
I want to shoot that away.
Okay, try to angle it a little bit.
Offside of
William.
You
All right,
go to the
I'll allow it.
stairs.
You're gonna try to Kiko him.
You go to the stairs and
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
Or you
I'll
could
go.
do it
I'll
with
go
one
up the
hand
stairs
and you
then.
could just say spirit shotgun.
Okay. Wait, what's the
That's
plan?
Wrong way.
What is the plan?
I'll go this way instead.
You run around to the stairs.
Yeah,
Okay, you run around to the stairs.
just
Alright.
straight across there.
Okay, go ahead and what's the save?
14.
Dex.
Yep.
Ooh, did not so good. He rolled an 11, so he fails.
Sweet.
Takes full damages.
I feel like you could do more with a rapier.
Oh, it's not nice.
Well, I mean, he's rolling 2d6 and then a third d6.
But maybe
What's
it's
that?
not halved or
12.
something, 'cause
12
it's
damage.
magic.
Just saying.
Okay, so as you bring your hands out again, you
Totally
shout
good.
Kikoha, and then you unleash the fury as this like just column of or cone of flame narrowly hits you, but because I'm a nice guy, I'm not gonna say that happens. And you kind
warm.
My eyebrows
Just-
are a little
and you're just like ah! just shouting, and then as it fades out, you just see him still standing there,
Oh, yeah.
like
Does
floating.
it bother him?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Sure.
Well.
He's got some health.
That's
That's
all
all
my-
So that is the end of Rashid's turn.
I
Lucrezia,
believe
you're
so,
up.
'cause I don't think I can do anything else.
Try him with my hammer.
I believe in you.
And
I
if
believe in the dream.
Okay, if I do, I would like to do a distracting streak.
Okay.
8
12 plus 7
and 19.
and 19.
It is 19.
Oh, that's 19.
Barely hits. Yeah.
Woo!
Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Kikoha!
Actually, you can roll one more time at advantage.
Oh yeah. Oh.
18 plus 7.
So yeah, it still hits. Just wanted to make sure.
So that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 damage.
And then people next attacker has advantage. Okay, stop.
I math good, guys. Okay, and the next attacker has advantage. Yeah, you bring the you're like, hey, fuckhead, and then you just
Okay.
bring the hammer around. He like he's ignoring you as he's looking to the source of the flame,
Oh, punch him.
and your sword your hammer passes through him, and he kind of like
Oh,
leans
sorry.
with it, and then he
No.
turns to you and seemingly taking the
You
full
gonna punch him?
No,
effect of
I'm
that.
gonna
I was
burn
really curious how he's gonna strive
a
and touch
key
that
point
ghost.
to do the dodge.
Okay, so you take the dodge
And-
action.
No.
Yeah, you
I
could.
can't parry
Yeah, parry the bow.
because I didn't do an unarmed strike.
Okay, so that is the end of Lucrezia's turn. Top of the round, Zongak, you're up, sir.
I still got one on me.
Technically, two.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack rolls, sir.
The reckless abandon. That is 22.
22 hits. Obvi.
You said a natural 20 miss. So.
I was you know, as
And
it happens.
15.
15 does not hit.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll damage for the first one.
I tried it once. Didn't do anything.
The fuck am I doing? Oh. Sorry. 8 plus 8.
Oh,
16 damage.
16 damages.
All magicals.
Damn it, I was so close.
3 5s and then 1 extra 1.
This is my thinking face. All right, so you bring Def down.
1 16 times.
Yeah.
He goes to block it, but you manage to swing straight through before his shield gets into position, and you kind of see like his whole body kind of like pull in that direction, and then you go to stab, and he just finishes his movement with the shield and clacks your sword out of the way. That is the end of your turn. It is now the big guy's turn. He is going to attack you first. Sorry. That's going to hit. Yep, 19 plus 7.
Yep.
So he is going to... 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 points of slashing damage, halved to 5. And then he is going to... Are you still up? Okay, so he's going to take his secondary. Swing at you. That was almost an natural 20. That is a 19 plus 7 again.
26, dude.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 halved to 6. Swip.
I am down.
Okay, so as you drop, there's that moment where you see him like thinking about channeling energy into his sword, and then he stops, and then he turns his attention to you, but that is the end of his turn.
Okay.
So, Zongak drops unconscious.
No, the heart of our party and our mascot.
Not a dog. Dick.
Could I as a
Nada!
could I as
Huh?
a free action yell something out?
No, on your turn you can.
Okay.
Okay, next up is the Sword Wraith's turn. He is going to... Which one of you looks more in pain? I don't care about the number, I just want to know. Who looks pretty beat up?
I don't know. I'm less than half my health.
Same. But
Okay.
I've got all my temporary hit points.
Okay.
And I have temporary hit points.
He is going to attack Lucrezia then.
Sounds like a
I
plan.
have
man.
disadvantage.
You're at exactly half of yours. And then you cannot
Wait, why did I say that? I didn't mean that. I don't know why I said that.
Disadvantage? Natural 1. He goes to like swing and you're just like, woo. Take a quick step out of the way
Exactly.
as he swings. Since he
Yeah,
missed, he is going to use his bonus action to use Martial Fury and attack you again.
Is this still a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
What's your armor class though?
17.
Because it's 11 plus 6. So he just hits. 11 points of slashing damage as he brings the blade down. He misses the first time and you're like, and then he steps inwards and just swings it wide across.
Your temporary hit
Oh,
points.
yeah. Oops.
Just make that 10 roll, didn't it? She's just erasing her hit points, the 4's just hanging
That's
out.
what I
It's
did
fine.
before, too.
Okay, so the second one kind of catches along the front of your like stomach area there. That is the end of their turn. Ma, you're up, sir.
Alright, I'm going to attack that one that just attacked at her with
Okay.
my...
It was the dude, right? Captain?
No, that was
No,
the
that
other
was
guy.
just the blue guy. That was just the blue guy.
Sword.
Your farther just really rolling well.
17.
17 hits on the little guy.
7.
7 plus 3 is 10.
What ability was that?
That with my longsword.
Oh, okay. 7 plus what?
3. So 10.
10 damage.
Because I like you. Make it easy.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
10 damage.
Oh, no, sorry. I did the math wrong because I'm dumb. It's fine.
Made it easy, bro.
I know, I put one less than what it was. So you swing Marvellius, and weirdly enough, it's the same sensation you always get when you swing Marvellius, which is nothing. And then you're like, did I get him? And he's like, and you're like, I got him.
You made one fatal mistake. You attacked the wrong motherfucker.
He recoils for a minute because you string along the side on his back. Oh, actually, roll one more time at advantage.
Oh.
15.
Okay, just
So-
as long as I just want to make sure you
Yep.
crit. So you swing it out. And he kind of like he like pushes back and turns around and sees that you're hitting him pretty hard. All right, that is the end of your turn. Theta, you're up, sir.
I would like to attack the captain.
Okay.
Does the distracting strike hold through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Until
Next
my-
person that attacks him, yeah.
until my
That's
turn.
what I thought. I couldn't remember if somebody had attacked him.
So you're gonna pop out and lean
Yeah.
over the banister here. Take a whip at him.
Whap.
Okay. Go ahead. Boop a doop.
Not bad. This is 22.
22 hits.
Not natural 20. I'll take it.
No.
Don't
It is.
say
It
that.
is.
Somebody within 5 feet of him?
Doesn't matter. You have advantage.
Oh, right.
As long as you have advantage, you get sneak attack.
I'll go to it.
He felt annoyed, but he was the best.
12.
12 points of damage. Okay, so you run over the banister real quick, take that opportunity as he's looking at her rope, as you hear like, hey, fucking, and he just fucking goes right through him for a minute. He's like, now he's like, his attention's being pulled in different directions. He's like looking around angrily. That is the end of your turn.
I would take the 8 hide.
Okay.
And dance back and.
Go ahead and remake your stealth check, sir.
Sure, happily. What are you gonna give me? Oh, that's ideal. Yeah.
That was the number you were looking for, huh?
Yeah. 17.
17. Okay. So that
That's a
is the
9.
end of Theta's turn. Rashid, you're up, sir.
I'm gonna pull out my short bow.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to shoot at the captain as well.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll, please.
20? Yeah.
20 hits. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage. 17 damage.
18, 19, 20, 21. 21.
21 damage.
Correct.
That's easier to have.
To 10.
Okay.
Why are you making the invincible sound effects?
Hey,
Don't worry
whoa,
about it.
whoa.
He has this much health. It's just
It's
you know.
just an 8
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, it
Weird.
fell over. All right, so you take out your short bow and it goes right through him and into the side, but he seems to be like looking around, just enraged. That is the end of your turn. Lucrezia, you're up.
How far away is Zolgak from me?
He is 10 feet, so you have to move 1 square over.
Would that get opportunity?
No, because you're still within
So
melee.
I will move over him and use my healer's kit.
Okay, as your action, go ahead and make a. Oh wait, you don't have to make a medicine check.
Just
You are
stabilize.
stabilized at 0, sir. So you begin kind of patching him up, and now, like as the captain, he fucking just locks right into you, seeing you.
Excellent.
I am helping my friend.
Okay, top of the round,
I just
Zolgak,
see
you're at
you,
0,
like,
so it is
stuffing
his turn.
leaves into his mouth. Like, these will heal you. Not enough to be alive, but enough to not be dead.
10 to you, misses.
Yeah.
Hey, you missed you.
Ooh,
Oh, shoot.
what?
I would like to spend a key point. My last one.
Okay.
To do dodge.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, well, actually, that helped you. He rolled a 2 on the second one. So as his first one goes down, you kind of like roll out of the way and you keep combat patching, and then he like floats forward and swings again, and you're like roll on your back, and then you roll back forward and begin like, and he just misses both swings. He kind of roars in defiance of you. This is like,
No.
This be embarrassing.
ye be embarrassing me, crew.
Hey
All right,
man,
so
I tried to figure out if you were sad or not.
next one is going to be the little guy. He's going to attack you as well, and he's going to use his bonus action to use Martial Fury. First hit is going to be.
Disadvantage.
Oh yeah, right. You're right. Ooh, still good. 17.
No. That's my
Second
AC.
swing. 21. Damn it. Actually, it was because the first roll was an 18, so whatever the second roll is. Ooh, better. 12 for the second.
Okay, better for me.
So the first one hits.
Yeah.
That is 7 points of slashing damage.
Ooh,
So the first one digs into you, and the second one you just keep into your combat patching routine of trying to stay out of the way and wrapping some stuff up, and you're just
Ouch.
ah! As he's just carving into you. All right, that is the end
That's a
of.
way to put it.
That's the end of his turn. Ma, you're up, sir.
All right, I.
Should someone shout parlay at the guy? Will that work?
There's no French in this world. Has not been
Elvish.
invented.
Which I can speak.
Constrict.
All right, go ahead and against 2. Little guy.
Doesn't matter. That's 2.
Okay. Does not hit. So you bring the your hands around, and as they glow, the tentacle kind of like that vanished earlier reappears, and this one kind of seeming ready jumps out of the way, and it disappears again. You give him the finger. Okay.
No, I just shake my closed fist at him.
Anything for bonus action?
I wish.
Then Theta, you're up.
I'm up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I would like to peek back out of my hiding place.
Okay.
And I would like to shout at the captain
Mm-hmm.
in Thieves' Cant,
Okay.
"You're a disgrace."
Okay.
And then I'm going to put another arrow into him.
Okay. Go ahead and
Well,
make your.
I'll attempt to put another arrow into him. What you got for me?
Oh!
That does it. That's going to be a 25.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage, sir.
Thank you for working with me, Jared. Dice.
Imagine you're yelling out like, the Yankees suck. And then like, that's
14 damage.
All right. So
You be a Red Sox fan.
I'm just gonna math it like this.
Hell yeah.
You know, let's go ahead and take a brief moment to talk about my great math skills. I went to put minus and I put divided by, so obviously not the fucking thing that I wanted to do.
They're very similar signs.
Went to
Dots
spell over.
and
I
no
hate
dots.
myself so
Wasn't it?
much.
Not a slash?
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got the bow that does 1d4 divisional damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fucking
It's over time.
Magic the Gathering
No,
fucking
demi
dagger.
damage. It can't kill, but it can only drop them down to 1.
Just have some.
Just
every
keeps
time.
having.
That's all I can do.
That'd be nuts. Alright, so
Happy
you
for Chris to use it.
you
Did
whack.
he respond to me at all? Did he seem to notice anything about that?
As you say that and you fire it off, there's this moment where you see him swell up and his whole body turns towards you.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you
I'm
do?
gonna flip him off, but it's not gonna read very well because of the number of fingers.
Oh.
With the one holding the bow, just.
Alright, fair enough. Oh, bye! Alright, what are you doing? Anything else?
I'm going to. I'm gonna stare at him. I'm gonna stare him
Oh my
down.
god, Brave Theta is brave.
Alright, that
Brave
is the
Theta
end
is
One
also
of-
good hit from him and I'm dead.
Rashid.
By
We all
the way.
are.
I'm
We
gonna
all
attempt
are.
to shoot him again.
Okay.
Brave Theta is
Go
also
ahead.
like 7 feet over him.
I said attempt.
Oh.
I mean attempt.
No. And it just goes
Absolutely
wide
not.
for a minute. You just see it sail off the side of the ship.
That arrow.
Anything as bonus action though?
Move the fuck away.
Okay, where do you want to go?
Back up.
Back up.
Oh.
Stairs. Okay. Alright. Next up is Lucrezia.
I don't know what to do for Zodiac anymore. So I'm gonna try to hit him with my hammer.
You try to
Okay.
punt him?
No.
Punch on. Off the boat. I'll save you.
Into safety!
No,
Oh.
just drown.
He's
18
very
plus
dense.
7.
Yep, hits.
And then I would like to try to kick him.
Okay, so your secondary attack roll. Go ahead.
No, 1 plus 7. So 18.
18 barely hits. Alright, so both
Okay.
hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
So first one. Oh, that's a 6 for the first thing.
Okay. 1 plus.
6 for the next thing.
She rolled 1 on both of her
Yeah.
different damage dice.
Okay, so as he seems to turn around towards Seda, you take that opportunity and you swing your hammer at him. It kind of goes through, and then you take that opportunity to punch, and you kind of like clip the back of his heel for a minute, but it just kind of goes
I
through.
kicked him.
Oh, you kick him. into the back of the heel. My apologies.
High kick.
Right?
Sole of the foot.
Yeah! It's just like the jump kind of catches there. That is the end of your turn. Top of the round is the enemy's turn.
Agile Berry!
He is going to float. You get an opportunity to attack Lucrezia.
Oh, okay.
And he is going to just float over the banisters, kind of through it.
Oh, okay. 15 plus 7.
Hits.
22.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Hey!
13.
Okay.
Got him right in the Achilles heel.
Okay.
He's in time.
He's going to make both of his attacks against you, sir.
Well, I'm dead.
No, you're fine. You're okay.
My AC is a little low.
What is it? 14 plus 7. So,
Well, my AC is 14.
okay.
Um,
So the second attack is going to be much higher, 16
Yep.
plus 7. And he is going to use his bonus action to ignite the blade and come down. So the first one is going to be
It's gonna ignite.
9 points of slashing damage.
okay.
Second one is going to be
Hold on, let me
Rapier firework.
Need the rag. Allow me to just. I want to count this down as it goes.
okay.
So that'll be a. There we go. We can do this. Oh.
Okay. Second one was 7 points of slashing damage. And the last
There's
one
a
is
bunch of necrotic coming in at me in a moment.
yeah, this is the last. God damn it. Stop talking.
I
Okay.
saw that one.
14 points of necrotic
That
damage.
does me.
Oh my god, that's so much. Fade
It's
it
not good.
down.
So as you say that, you see like
Can I yell at him while this is happening?
uh-huh.
Because if he hits me the first time, I'm gonna call him a coward and a fool hiding in his hole.
Okay.
And I imagine that's what did that last number.
Okay. And then as you're saying that, you notice his like chest is getting brighter and brighter, and his eyes are getting more and more. He seems to be channeling this anger, and he just whap, and you feel for a minute this like listlessness where everything goes kind of dark, and then you
This is
Power
pleasant.
down.
This is pleasant.
and then you turn over,
Dung,
kind of like.
dung, dung, dung.
fucking-
Ah,
grrrr.
shit.
Okay. That is the end of his turn. That's all of his attacks. The second one is coming after you from behind.
That little guy? Okay.
What is your AC?
19.
I think that still hits. 14 plus 6, 20.
Yeah.
So that hits.
Give me that drag.
7 points. 7 points of slashing damage. So as you take your opportunity attack,
as well.
and you witness these two ghostly swipes take Theta down, you kind of like surprise all of a sudden, whap, right down your back, and you just feel darkness as you drop to the ground.
God damn it. We survived all those lizard fucks, and this is what takes us down?
The giant, screaming, angry ghost
He's
monster?
not
Yes.
screaming, he's
Okay,
quiet.
who's up next is Maw. You're up.
Yay! I'm going to do bite
Okay,
on the gentleman in front of me.
okay, go ahead and make your attack roll, sir.
That's 15 plus 7.
Okay, at advantage because he used his bonus action. Okay, so that hits. Go ahead and roll damage for the first one.
Yeah. 1.
1, and he needs to make a strength saving throw.
15.
That's a 2 plus 5. Or 2 plus 4, so 6, he fails. 1 point of damage, boop, 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 and he is dropped to the ground. He is knocked prone.
The ghost or the little guy?
The little guy.
Somebody hit this one on the ground!
You're the only one there.
You
It's
notice an
Ron,
absence of
Ron.
sound.
Yeah, it's starting to get eerily
You and
quiet.
Ron, everybody else is down.
Alright, next up is Theta. I need you to make a death saving throw.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Man, I really like to go down right before it's my turn.
Okay.
It's a pass.
Okay, success. Go ahead. Add that to your thing.
It's a 12.
Rashid, you're up.
Okay. So, from the edge of this banister here, can I see this one?
You cannot, no.
I cannot, okay. So I have to
And
go down.
ranged attack rolls are at disadvantage. So since he's prone, you'd be
Oh,
at
that's
disadvantage for your
right.
attack rolls.
Oh, that's not fun.
Melee attacks are at advantage.
But I can see him, right?
Yeah, you can see him from where you are.
I'm gonna attempt to shoot him.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll. No, as it passes straight through and just off the side of the back, kind of like flips over the banister there.
Can I attempt to hide up here? Is there anything to hide with
Yeah.
up here?
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of stuff up. It's kind of like stacked up over there,
Boxes. So a coil of rope.
pretty high. Just keep it to yourself. I don't need to know right now. I might need to know in a second. All right, so
Tiny man.
Lucrezia, death saving throw.
Well, I'm trying.
Oh,
I just don't want to hit
plus
anybody else.
15, success.
That
Oh, then that's 25.
those pale parts
Top of the
dice
round,
are
it is
high.
the enemy's turn.
We're terrified. He's gonna give up. Alright.
I drew reverse
He's gonna
man.
float
Oh,
here,
oh no.
and he is going to take the search action. What was your stealth check?
25.
He does not seem to notice it. So as he like floats up over the banister, he's kind of like looking around. You almost like feel this presence, this enraged ghost as it's just like scanning the top deck, like looking around. The
He's got his prefect vision on. Just
the little guy is going to stand up and turn towards you. He is going to try to attack you. 4 plus 6 is 10. Does not hit. All right, that he's going to use a bonus action to attack again.
Dick.
Well, it gives you advantage on him.
Yeah, still a dick.
That's fucking 11 plus 6. 17.
Hits.
I become a zombie.
That is 6 points of slashing damage as he digs into you with his long sword.
Okay.
All right. As he stands up, kind of like frustrated, you see him like shake off a little bit, and then comes at you. You try to dodge, but you misjudge the distance, and it just digs into you for a second. All right. Next up is Maw.
Longsword.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll, sir. At advantage, because he did use his
18.
second attack.
18.
Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll your damage, sir.
Plus some stuff.
Two-handed or one-handed? It's a longsword, so you can use a D10 or a D8.
I'm gonna two-hand this one.
Okay. Go ahead.
10 plus 3 is 13.
That is actually over the number you needed. Okay, so as you kind of like bring it with one hand and then you kind of, oh my god, and grab it with both hands, there's this moment of reasoning as you just dig straight through the front.
This is why Natural did this.
And without any resistance goes through that, goes through the floor of the ship, you like overcomes too much strength, and you just watch it go and disappear.
Again, I have cut a worthless object.
Okay.
The boat.
Also your sheath. Fucking-
It just goes into the ocean.
Right.
Oh my
I'm
god.
assuming I could not bonus action medicine check. Okay.
Cannot.
I mean,
Do that in action.
could you? Oh no.
No.
Because I search me, but my thing.
Oh, good.
Searches in action.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? You want to move anywhere or anything?
Yeah, I'll start making my way upstairs.
30 feet.
Yes.
Please stay on your feet.
Up there. Okay.
And then I'm gonna yell at that ghost.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Parlay!
Okay.
I said this earlier.
Would you have heard me say any of the things I was yelling at him?
I don't speak.
I know you don't speak it, but if you could just.
You would have heard him
phonies.
probably yelling something.
Baseball foot.
And then you shat on a turtle.
I can't believe you've done this!
Oh, I can't believe you've done this. All right. That is the end of Ma's turn. Theta, death saving throw, sir.
Okay. Let's make this exciting.
Oh, natural 20.
20.
Two
I am
successes. You're up at
stabilized.
1.
I'm up at 1?
Yeah, 20 is up at 1.
It depends on the game.
That
I'm
counts
pretty
as-
sure that's what it says, right?
This-
Yeah,
I
in the
know,
book.
but
This
when
that
I
counts
did
as
it,
my
it did not
action,
count.
correct?
Well, it was a mistake.
Yeah, it's the end of
Okay,
your turn.
fine.
Perfect.
I don't
That counts as my
care.
action
That was
now?
funny.
I can't
Yeah,
do
yeah,
anything?
that's at the end of your turn.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
Okay, so you are up at Uno.
That's all it takes.
Okay, so you kind of like, you're a little, actually I would say that you guys are laying there, your eye kind of goes, and then you're just like looking around for a minute, and you don't move,
Process.
and then, okay,
Ding, 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 ding.
that's the end of your turn.
I'm not gonna get up yet. I'm gonna stay prone.
Play dead.
Yeah, play dead.
Rashid, you're up, sir.
Nice.
Just jump out and say surprise, motherfucker.
All rise, motherfucker.
Or stay
Alright,
hidden,
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
All right, what's up?
You know what? I'm gonna pop up and try and shoot him.
Okay,
real
so you
quick.
jump up, fire out, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Oh, parlay.
20.
That hits, go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my god.
Well,
Ma is not close enough for sneak attack. Correct?
You
No,
can parlay with
He's
you?
not.
no, he just got shot in the fucking face with an
Oh
arrow.
my god.
Missed twice in a row. Now he has to hit.
Oh, you
12.
were trying to make
12
sure you
halves.
do it.
And then I would love to hide again.
Okay.
That's
I'm gonna give you disadvantage on this because you're doing it right in front of him.
Okay.
It's not like you're hidden by anything. So go ahead and make your hide check.
Ooh, that's a 3.
No, it's not. It's plus 8.
Yeah.
It's a lot like a 3.
11.
Okay, so 11. As you dip behind, there's a couple little bumps into things. You're just hitting a barrel.
My help!
It's like a rat under a rug.
All right, that is the end of your turn. Lucrezia's up.
Oh,
That's
that's a fail.
6.
Okay, that's a fail.
It's a 7. Still.
Top of the round, it is the enemy's turn.
Well, fuck. Guess we gotta kill it now.
Well, maybe we don't know. Oh, okay, no, he went.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna float through the barrels, and he's just gonna bring his weapon up and come after you.
No parlay. Did he do anything when he said parlay?
14 to hit.
No, actually, I don't think I have.
Okay. Second one, is a natural one.
Ooh, yay.
All right. So as he brings his sword around, it goes to the barrels, and you're just back into a couple of them. It swings through, doesn't
Gotta
seem
be
to interact with the
frustrating.
environment. And then the second one comes up, and you scurry away, get in between two, and he just swings wide, and he just like, just snarling angrily as you scurry away from him. That is it for him, unfortunately.
Oh, unfortunately.
I mean, come on now.
No,
The guy's
it's
doing work.
fine.
All right. It is Ma's turn.
Raw, go check on the other ones! And then I'm gonna move up
Okay.
and constrict him.
All right.
Oh,
hit the camera.
no.
Go ahead and make your attack roll, sir.
Natural 20!
Oh.
Nice.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damages, sir, twice.
3 and 2 is 5.
Was that with your one-handed sword or two-handed?
With my constrict.
Oh.
Yeah,
excellent.
he's constricting.
Sound very Theta like it. He's gonna shoot.
How much was that?
5.
5.
5 on a D8.
What was the saving throw?
15.
That's 22.
Yeah!
So as it buffets into him and smashes into him, he just kind of like starts thrashing and just rips it to pieces,
So
Um,
bad.
Angrily.
Bonus
He's a
action.
spirit of vengeance. Literally what he is.
Bonus
So,
action. Hey! Parlay!
Okay. That is the end of your turn. Rashid, you're up, sir.
Good idea.
I would like to disengage
That's what
and run the
parents
fuck
like to
down
do.
here. As far as I can. Nope out of this situation, as far as I
my
can.
bad.
No, that's
No,
good.
okay.
That's good. That's fine.
Just leave him down. It's
That'd be
fine.
candy.
Down.
Take a nap.
He's tired from the
30 feet.
Alright. I'll attempt. Can I hide still? No?
No, that was your bonus action to
Disengage,
disengage. Or your action to disengage. Then you use your bonus action to hide.
Yes.
That's what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. So make your check.
Or you could use it to dash and go farther so you can
Not bad.
at people.
Well,
Nah, I just don't want him to see me yet.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Collapse on the stairs.
That is it for you. Next up is the enemy's turn. He's going to. Well, he's already
What
within
about
5 feet of you.
what about me?
Oh wait. Ma, yep, Theta, you're up,
All
sir.
right, yeah. I'm gonna stand up.
Okay.
I'm gonna dash,
Okay.
and I'm gonna come towards me.
You?
Yeah. This way, up the stairs a little bit.
Oh my god, I forgot you were up. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
That's the point, and I'm gonna
It
put
was
an arrow
very
through him.
scary.
Well, I mean, you're not dashing because it's less than 60 feet.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's only like.
50.
Yeah, but it's only 20 feet up the way.
Okay, cool.
So
So I'm
you
not
don't-
dashing yet.
Okay, so you.
20.
20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
God damn it, guys.
I mean, they don't know what you're trying to do, and it doesn't. I don't think he's responsive.
12.
12 to do.
That's a good idea.
Go ahead and just. I'm just gonna start tracking it on here. Makes it easier.
Good idea.
Run up the stairs. All rise, motherfucker. And then it just goes right through him as you see him standing kind of like in
I'll
barrels.
say in Thieves' Cant. Failed again.
And then he's gonna turn.
Oh, no.
Okay.
We need a thief
And
camp.
then I'm gonna dash.
Okay. Bonus action dash.
And I'm gonna run the fuck away. Straight line down the rail of the ship. Like, yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
your fallen.
No.
All right. That is the end of your turn. Next up is Rashid.
But he did his thing.
Oh, wait. I had Rashid already.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he did his
The cutscene needs to make sure death saving throw.
No, what do you do?
15.
15 succeeds.
Success. You're not dead yet.
You guys
One,
discuss
two.
strategy while I run away.
What are we gonna
I don't know how you
discuss?
Just pee your pants like a normal person. God.
I mean, we only got 9 minutes.
Whose turn is it now?
It'll be top of the round.
Yeah, we go back top of the round, so
is
Zongak
it
can
Zongak?
exist. Well, no, he's stabilized, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you
so,
stabilized him.
yeah.
And then,
Well, no,
And
he's
then it'll
at
be the enemy's turn.
Huh? Yeah, but he doesn't have to make any more
Yep,
death saving
he's
throws.
stabilized
Yeah.
at 0.
Yeah,
So-
so he doesn't get a turn, so it's the enemy's turn.
Oh,
But yes,
fuck.
I actually found that out in the book. If you roll a natural 20 on your death saving throws, you are up at 1.
At any time?
Like
Even on the first
one?
one?
That's what it says.
Wow, because we were just having a conversation
Yeah, because
about
on
that.
my, I have like a
That's
little-
I thought it was
awesome.
just 2 saves.
Yeah.
Well, and
Well-
see, here's something else that's interesting. All right, generally the DM doesn't roll death saving throws for enemies, but he can, and in all technicality, he should, because everybody gets them
I did that,
But
I think.
for
one
the sake of
time,
expedience.
There's a chick fighting you guys. I think she's like an enchantress, and I made her do death saving throws.
I mean, I remember you had that adventurers
Yeah,
party
she-
fight us, and then we
because,
blew up their fucking falcon.
Yes, I
High
did.
five! Dead falcons. How close is it? It's about 60
Hey.
feet.
Enemy turn.
Dissonant whispers.
Top of the round. It is the top of the
Oh,
round
yeah,
now.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Those
It is the
fucking-
monster's turn.
Those fucking kids were like, what was that noise? Nothing, kids. Don't worry about it.
He's gonna whip around to you, sir.
He can. I mean, that's why I'm here.
Oh, whip it.
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Okay. That is 5 points of slashing damage,
5 points slashing damage.
and he is going to use Martial Fury
Okay.
to deal an additional 7 points of necrotic damage. Straight down the front of you.
Alright.
Still up?
Yeah.
Second hit.
Fucking break.
That's cocked. 19 plus 7.
19 hits.
26.
That is 2 plus 6 points of slashing damage.
I'm unconscious.
Okay.
2 plus 6 or 6 total?
6 total.
Okay.
Doop. So as he carves a swath in you, boom, boom, you hear this like very quiet, like, I'll parlay when you rise, and then pop, pop.
Oh.
Fair enough.
There. All right, so that is the end of his turn. Ma, you're up, so go ahead and make a death saving throw. For favor.
That's fail.
Okay, 1 failure. Next up
Maw's
is
down.
No.
Theta. You're up.
What the
Can I?
fuck?
Okay, so can I see him from where I am?
You're down.
No.
No.
You
Okay,
don't have dark vision.
that's fine. You
What did he say about your
He is
phone?
glowing,
He'll do it
I
later.
got you. That's fine.
When he rises.
Mm-hmm.
He said a parlay when you rise. I'm gonna dig my heels in, turn around, and go back to Zongak's laying down for him while
Okay.
pulling out a potion.
Uh-huh.
Holy
I'm gonna
shit.
slam it in his mouth.
Okay,
Oh my God.
which one?
It's 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, 2d4 plus 2, so go ahead and roll the dice, sir.
7.
7 points, so you regain 7 health, sir.
That could last for like 2 rounds.
Not really. It's
No.
not.
Not
Except
really
for
a triple
necrotic.
hitting piece of
This
shit.
guy hits like a motherfucker.
Well, is stuff at disadvantage or at advantage now against him?
Yes, since he used his like smite kind of
Yeah,
ability,
I'm getting that. I'm getting one.
you get advantage on him whenever he does that. Okay, so that is you heal him. He gets up. That is the end of your turn or bonus action.
There's
You do a little
nothing on
Scooby Doo,
this deck.
and then
God.
boop, boop, boop.
Oh, I'm. How far did I just run?
54.
About 15 feet, yeah.
15 feet.
Still got.
I'm gonna take a dash, and I'm going to that motherfucker's quarters.
Okay, so you run into his room.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Into the room. You want to go all the way in or what?
Yeah,
Go
just
around
into
the
the
map.
door. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I'm gonna go in and assess.
This whole like area basically.
I figured as much.
Okay.
It's that floor.
Okay, so you run into the room.
I look at all my down friends. Look at some guy get back up. Look up up the stairs and go. I opened that door.
Okay, let me see. So
Okay.
once within inside, let's see what's in here. All right, so you see a very nicely decorated. The back is all this large picture window.
Stand up.
You know, a series of small squares all along the outside that make up a window that you can see the darkness beyond right now. Can't really see anything. But inside it's got a nice carpet. You pass by the mast as it runs through the center of his whole room. You see a large table with maps all over it, mostly navigational charts for the coastline here. Then you see a smaller table that has old rotten food on it. You see his goblets currently across the room that he threw. He has a nice bed underneath it. He has a stand with clothing in it, and then he has what appears to be like an armor stand with like an outfit on it right now that appears to be just really nice, like a nice breastplate. And it's weird because as you look at it, you realize it's what he's wearing right now, but it
Oh.
seems like it's on there. But there are more adornments. Like it seems to have has like a nice bracelet with some beads on it. He seems to have like potions off to one side. He has the sort of like stone embedded in his hat, you know, kind of thing. So looks nice.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
So that is what you see. Next up is Rashid.
This is gonna get real exciting in a
I'm
second.
excited. There's so many options now.
I can attempt to shoot up at him, right?
You'd have to go up.
Was it
I mean, you can, but he's gonna have cover, which means he's gonna have either +4 or +5 to his AC.
Then I'm gonna attempt to come down here and help her.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to do a medicine check. I know nothing about this.
Okay. You can attempt
Oh
to
God.
do it. So go ahead and make a medicine check, please.
And you gotta bleed him.
Oh, please don't
Plus
hurt me.
wisdom.
Don't make me lose it.
17.
17. You try to. Are you stabilized?
Not yet.
No.
She still does.
I'm still saving.
I would say you with enough time right here.
I mean, I've seen her do it a couple times.
Yeah.
I had like
Hit her with the
bandages and
hammer.
stuff, though.
I've seen surgery too, and
Yeah.
you know, like.
Yeah.
So I'll give you one
There was a
success.
guy who was doing that.
I'll give you one success,
Then she's up. And she's stabilized.
and you're at 0. You're
Okay, no more
stabilized.
saving throws.
Okay, so you did manage to stabilize her.
Yay.
Okay, that is the end of your turn. Lucrezia no longer needs one. Zongek, you're up.
When I go into a rage.
Okay, stand up, half your movement.
Yeah. And move 15 feet. Can I get within 20 of the guy?
5, 10, 15. Yeah. Over some banisters, but you can do it.
Okay. I'm gonna take out sail
Okay. Pull it off your back.
and just.
Alright, go ahead and make your
and
attack roll, sir.
reckless.
Okay, at advantage.
Does not.
What is it?
It was a 1 and a 7.
So you pull out
He's already
sail
at advantage.
and very angrily you throw it over. You see him kind of like duck for a minute and then turn looking at you and it just goes, and you hear this brief little. Okay, that is the end of that. The enemy is up. He is going to turn around, come towards you. Just goes into the ocean. Dives off. He's going to make his attacks against you, sir. 18 plus 7.
25.
Did your throwing thing have advantage?
and
Yeah.
6 plus 7, which is 13.
Which gives me advantage.
Which was sad because you actually didn't need that.
Oh.
He had fucking.
Okay.
I wasn't paying attention.
Here we go. So it's 7, 8,
I'm already
9,
down.
10, 11.
Yeah.
11 halved?
Is 5.
Oh, he only had 5?
No, he's
I think
7.
it's 7.
Right, so
It's gonna take 2 hits. I'm still gonna go.
you only got hit once.
Yeah.
You missed with the second attack.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, excellent!
The first one was
Hey, I'm running around on 1 fucking hit point, bro.
Don't say that.
11
Tell
divided
him.
by 2, so
That's why I
5.
gave him a potion. I was
You
like,
take 5 points of damage as he digs into you. The second one, you instinctively pull back and avoid it as he swings his secondary attack. Next up is Ma.
17 plus.
Okay, so success.
Yep.
Next up is Theta.
I would like to inspect the potions on
Okay.
the armor.
Okay, you see that he has a couple baubles there,
Uh-huh.
but only one of them appears to be like an actual potion. You don't know what's in the other ones.
The other ones are smashable and something that's drinkable.
Yes.
I'm gonna drink the drinkable one.
Okay, so you drink it.
Yep, chug it.
Chug it right now.
This looks wise.
Okay, so your strength becomes 21
What is that?
for the next, how long? 1 hour. Your strength is 21.
Oh man, I could have used that.
Okay.
Are there any weapons in here?
Not that you see immediately. Not that you see around you. You'd have to search. Take the search action. Well, you already used your action to drink.
No, I know. I'm trying. That's cool. I'm good for the moment. I'm gonna make my way back out.
Okay, so you.
That was
Pop
the
out.
only like drinkable looking potion that was in there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, 15 feet. Jump out.
All right.
Eat a beefcake. Feeling swole.
Oh my god.
Feeling like Stewie Griffin on the stairs.
His little bands.
Yeah. All right, that is the end of Theta's turn. Rashid, you're up, sir.
And my strength just becomes 21. I don't get like a boost to my strength that adds to my current modifier, correct?
It does, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
21 means
okay.
that your modifier is +6 right now.
Yeah,
Temporarily.
but
That's it.
that's
That's all it
okay,
does.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
No, it's baller.
Oh yeah.
If I go
Yeah.
back up the stairs this way, I can see him, right?
Yep.
Alright, then I'm gonna go back up the stairs that way.
Okay.
So strong.
I would like to shoot over Zongak's head.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll, please.
Try.
No! It sails over top. That is the end of your turn. Lucrezia is out.
And
Top of the
also
round.
10 o'clock.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Close,
finish
I don't
the
know.
round
I would love to.
Top of the round, sail pops back in your hand, dripping wet,
Oh,
and then you're gonna stab him with it. Okay, go ahead and make your attack rolls, sir. In your rage, both or one or what? Two.
Yeah, I'm just. So that is a 20,
20 hits.
and the second one is a 14.
14 does not hit. So you drive sail straight forward. Go ahead and roll your damage check. Hoop-a-doop. Oh wait, I'm using this. Sorry.
It is 16, and I'm gonna blow my Fury of the Small.
Okay.
So 16 plus 4, that's 20.
All right. So you in your rage, the spear begins to light up, and as you push it through, it's almost like pushing through like a fire barrier. It just begins to kind of right into the center of him, and there's this brief explosion as he kind of like reels back for a minute, and you start to notice that his form is like fading out as he's like standing there staring at you. That is the end of your turn. It is his turn to attack you. He's going to use his first attack against you, sir. 9 plus 7,
16.
16. Second attack, 18 plus 7 is going to hit.
25.
Hoop-a-doop. And that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 half to 5. So as you
Yeah.
drive into him, the first one misses. You just kind of like growl defiantly, and the second one he just brings it down, kind of catching you in the shoulder and kind of collapsing you to the floor as you're unconscious once again. He's going to 5, 10, 15. He's going to float right here for a moment. Or not, because he doesn't want to stand up. Come here, little fuck. Okay. That is the end of his turn.
You want to be raw?
Believes me.
It is Mom.
Oh.
Natural 20.
You are up at 1.
What do you say sadly, you ass? You don't
He's
want
got,
to.
he's got so many characters to
Yes,
play.
I know.
This is the time to do it, though.
Another natural 20. That's good.
Yeah. So that would have been your third success, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're up at 1. So as you come to consciousness, you just hear like a ringing in your ears, the ship for a moment. You just see him kind of like floating there. You see Zongak crumple up against the side of the banister, and he's just kind of like angrily looking around.
But he looks, Jamal, he looks like not.
He looks like he's fading out, but like his heart that you can see is burning, and his eyes are burning, but he's like fading as he's standing there. Like,
It's the end of my turn, but I want to stand up and be like, well, I'm rising. Let's parlay.
Theta, you're up, sir.
I would like to stalk up these stairs.
Okay.
That's so good. Oh,
15?
small.
15.
Oh my
This is
God.
gonna put you at 25.
Okay, then I guess I'll use my bonus action to dash.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And I will continue moving up to him, and I am going to take my dagger and I am going to slam it into his stomach.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll, sir.
All right.
No! Tiffany's face, is that Uno or?
It's a natural 1.
So as you run up, you,
It's a 9, but it's a natural 1.
as it goes
So
almost right
bad.
through him, just, did it roll a natural 20?
Yes, he went to throw it. No.
Oh, doggy.
Eat it.
Don't do it. He's like, wait, am I allowed
It
to have
landed
this?
right in front of the
He does
dog's
not
mouth.
like
Alright, that is the end of your
That
turn.
wants to
Rashid,
die.
you're up, sir.
Oh my God.
I can see him from here, right? Because he's right at the edge there.
That was
Yeah, you can see him now.
Fuck that.
I am going to attempt to hit him again.
Okay, make your attack roll.
18.
18.
18 hits.
Thank
Barely,
God.
actually.
And I do get sneak attack because he's there?
Yes, you get sneak attack because Theta's within 5 feet.
Fucking cheat. Why?
1 with a fucking D8.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14, half to 7.
7.
Alright, go ahead and make a performance check, please.
Hmm.
9 plus your charisma, which is 5, so
Yeah.
14.
14. So as you wheel around, seeing kind of everything unfold, you just bring the bow up, level it, take aim, and as you see Theta run up and drive the dagger towards him, he like wheels around, dodging it, and he kind of like stares angrily, and then right to the front of his head, he just unleashed the arrow, and he fades out. With it.
Fuck.
And Theta, in front of you, as he begins to kind of fall apart, you see that his sword back to the ground, and then you see something else fall next to it. Appears to be a
The heart of the ocean.
pistol.
I'm going to pick both of those things up.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to turn to the side of the ship. I'm going to throw that dagger into the ocean.
The one that you had?
Yes.
Hiya!
Contemptible.
I don't know why I'm so mad at you, but I am.
Steroids, man.
That is where we're going to call it today.
Yay!
So, alright. So, we're going to go down for a second. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. And when we come back up, we're going to be doing a talk back like we always do. We'll be here for like roughly like 30 minutes. Talk about D&D and whatever. We got to let people run away. So, thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will be right back, okay? So, 1 second. Let me dip out. Hit this.
Gotta handle that.
but there it is.
Heyo.
Hey everybody. All right, guys.
Hi,
let
I'm
me-
bitter.
Oh,
I'm bitter. That was
man.
it was just a bad way to end right there.
That
Just
was,
let me get my.
I mean, it would have been so epic.
It would have been really good because it probably would have done it.
which is why I rolled the 1. That dice is retired. I'm not rolling it again.
All right.
Because the fact that it rolled a 1 and I threw it at my dice bag and it rolled a 20,
It bounced
like,
out.
I'm gonna
really
cut that in
quick.
half with my pair of diagonal cutters.
That's what I'm
That
talking
dice
Oh
is
my
gone
god,
forever.
then.
Get it?
It's dead to me.
It's retired
I really
permanently.
don't know what the fuck happened to our pencil sharpener.
So, all right, guys. So thanks so much for hanging out with us. I hope you guys enjoyed. These guys are currently going through the process of leveling up. That last encounter was definitely more than enough than they needed to get to the next level. So, while they're doing that, though, we can shoot the shit. Mr. Chocolate Taco Films, thanks for hanging out with us. Comrade Snarky, thanks for hanging out with us.
I like that name.
I like the Opie. That's good stuff. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the encounter?
Game?
Scary?
Oh, it's good.
It was
Good?
scary for different
Yeah.
reasons other than ghosts.
I was thinking, well, maybe I'll play a half.
Oh my god, you motherfuckers with your planning.
I have like 60 fucking
I know.
characters.
I find it amusing.
I just became viable as a level 5
Like, what
'cause-
do you mean?
uncanny dodge.
Oh yes, that's
That's-
when Rogue starts becoming
Yeah.
ridiculous. Because level 5 is when half damage starts, and then
Yeah.
level 7 is when you start ignoring certain fucking shit. and-
7 is evasion. 6 is expertise.
Yeah.
And then 8 is ability score improvement, which I was just looking at. And I'm going to take observant. So investigation and perception checks are plus 10, and my passive perception is 20.
Could be pretty
I
high.
saw that and I went, wait, what?
Yeah,
That's
hang on.
amazeballs.
All right, so thanks so much for hanging out with us, guys. If you have any questions about D&D, about this game, about characters, anything at all, feel free to throw it in there. You just want to talk about whatever. You want to talk about Monster Hunter Monday that we did yesterday, feel free. But while we're doing that, I have some things to talk about. So let's talk about challenge rating for a minute.
Okay.
So according to the Dungeon Master's Guide, challenge rating is what a party of 3, balanced party of 3, should be able to take out for their level, right? So if you have a challenge rating 2, that means 3 characters of level 2 should be able to fight that monster.
Sure.
Okay, by that logic, you should not have been able to win that fight by any means whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
That was, that fight was beyond deadly for this group.
Oh my god, really?
Beyond deadly. But I had a feeling that it wouldn't matter. And
I mean, it almost did.
before I put the encounter together, I was looking at a lot of different options. Originally, he was like just a regular ghost, which is like CR5, which is like less scary and intimidating, no special real like abilities except for possession. And I was looking at it and I was like, man, if I make this encounter hard, you know, it comes off the back of a zombie fight, which means you're gonna have some resources blown, and then it goes into this bigger encounter. Theoretically, you should wipe. But I was like, you know, I've been watching a lot of stuff and reading a lot of stuff that the CR system is pretty much bullshit, and you can almost guaranteed, besides throwing like an ancient red dragon, you
I
can
feel
almost
like-
guaranteed to go
I feel
higher.
like the CR system is there for people who are new to DMing, so they can just slap something together, and the party will be able to beat it relatively safely, you know, for lose half their hit points, but come out on top without ever really being in danger, and make the party feel like they got touched, but they didn't get diddled.
Right. And this encounter was designed to be scary. I wanted it to be intense, but there was this gnawing feeling. I was like, man, this is going to be intense, and it's got some damage, but I had a feeling that it wouldn't matter. And I was right.
It
I was right.
almost did?
It almost did not. The funny thing was, is by the time he got most of you down, because he wasn't going to kill you regardless. It wasn't. He's a fucking ghost. He has no intention of like stabbing you while you're down. Not in his purview. So you would have all went unconscious.
Well, but
If you died, it would have been only by the randomness, because he wasn't going to dig into you, right? But then you think about it, and you're like just him alone was CR8, just him, no one else. His little minions were like CR like 4 or 5. Like, you should not have been able to win. But I knew that you would. I knew that it would happen. By the time that everyone was down and there was only 2 people left before like the healing started coming out and shit, he was at 30 health. He would have been dropped like pretty soon.
That,
If Rashid didn't run away and Ma and him both went, they would have taken him out before all the extra shit happened.
that little encounter for you guys, the one with the vile butcher and the oh, did you answer his question?
So is most D&D RNG? It is and it isn't. some things don't require rolls at all, but a lot of things.
And anything can require a roll, and any roll can be bypassed by the GM.
Yeah, so it really depends. There is a lot of randomness to it, but a lot of times, like when I set up encounters and stuff, or like when you set up like challenges, anything that requires rolls, you have a hard DC that they have to meet, like a difficulty challenge that can range from 5 to 30. Most times it's never that high, but like hard is 20. So like the ship moving was hard. It's hard to just be like, I ignore the ship fucking lurching to one side. That's a hard DC. So it is a lot of RNG because that's kind of the point of the game in
I have
life.
a question for you about this fight.
What's up?
In a minute.
Um,
Find something.
But it is a lot of RNG, and that's kind of the beauty of it because you're not guaranteed to do anything. You're always attempting to do something, which I think is a good mechanic because if everyone always just successed at everything every time, it wouldn't be. Why would you be playing the game? You know.
Yeah, that fight with the 2 people. I know all that stuff goes in. With the 2 people I had you guys fight in that one thing, that was supposed to be over deadly, but
Which one?
with the Wild Butcher and the Hangman thing.
Oh yeah.
Just because of EXP, like when you put it into the calculator, it was supposed to be over deadly, but you guys didn't even take damage. I don't think.
No, nobody took damage.
Yeah,
I know it is. That's it. This is what I made it stop.
Boop.
Nice.
One more die for
Yeah.
that sneak attack.
And I can half damage anytime I can use a reaction.
8.
Yep, once around.
If I can see it.
Yep.
Okay, so I have a question. So when it was starting to look a little dire from my view, I had a strike of brilliance or genius or stupidity, depending on how it works. If I had run to the side of the ship and I'd use an action to pull out a pinch of dust of dryness and huck it into the ocean, would that have caused anything to happen with the ship? Or
Probably
the
would
ship?
have caused it to move to one side, but it would really only affected you because he wasn't touching the ground.
That's what I thought, and that's why I didn't end up doing it ultimately.
I think he's actually immune to being knocked prone.
I don't want him to knock prone. I just want him to be jiggled.
I also think he was immune to like. Their ghosts are immune to a lot of stuff, which is
Yeah.
why necromancers can't summon them because they just have
Oh,
so
'cause-
many resistances.
Because you would put it out on the field and nobody would play with it.
Well, everything would be halved mostly, unless they're using magical weapons. So bosses would be able to slap them, but then they have a possession ability that allows them to possess people. So unless they're immune to possession, which is far rarer, you can be possessed in this game. Did you know that?
No.
Not by a ghost, but like I can possess you by a demon, which is pretty fun. There's a couple different mechanics
The
for it.
12 rays are still only a D4, right?
Yep. They don't go nowhere.
But now my honor restricted to D6.
Correct.
Exciting.
It's true. Watch your feeties. You got a dog right there, by the way.
Ah, weed.
But yeah, so I'm glad. I'm glad you guys whooped
Yeah.
some ass. There are some people down right now. There are some people up right now.
I think that's it. Everything's done.
And now you got the rest of the boat to look forward to.
But I don't have like an extra Fury of, or an extra key point now, do I?
Yes.
Oh, I do.
You're level
So
5.
then-
You should get one more.
So.
At level 2, you have 2. You should
No,
have a
I
number
mean,
equal to your
because
level.
I'm down, like, when I level up, nothing carries over yet, right? Because I have 0.
Oh yeah, yeah. You don't get suddenly grant more.
And I don't get,
I
I'm not
get
like,
the
I don't have extra hit
Player's
points now.
handbook.
Right.
I'll pass it to you.
Down this way. Hoopadoop.
But would my hit dice thing go up? I haven't used any. But would I
Yeah.
have 5 instead of 4?
Mhm.
Okay.
Until you guys take a long rest, the bonus, like the abilities will definitely carry over, but anything you've used already, it doesn't come back.
Right.
Until you guys take a long rest. So yeah, D&D is a lot of RNG, but it's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Are there rules to what you can and can't do in the game? Actually, no.
No.
There are rules to help guide decisions, but you can do anything every time.
Extra attack now. Sorry.
What is
I just realized.
Health roll?
What is it?
It's in my trait.
Oh, nice.
8.
Plus con. That goes up with your health.
Which is -2, so.
Anytime anything happens in the
God,
game,
no, I'm not.
usually your dungeon master interprets, what you want to do, but you can do anything at any time. You stab a shopkeep, set a town on fire.
I threatened
spread
the
disease.
shopkeeper just randomly because he.
The thing is like it's the job of the dungeon master to take whatever you want to do and then turn that into something that would make sense the next progression. So if you threaten a shopkeeper, maybe he goes to the guards to ask for help. You can cause your own downfall essentially. If you go around stabbing people in the streets, the guards are going to come up and shank you or hang you. But on the same token, if you're being sneaky about it, you're being smart about it, maybe no one will ever catch you. It's how the game is played.
Do you gain the difference in your hit points to your new hit point maximum or no?
No, it's just
Okay.
gonna go hit point maximum.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I'm
but I
at
wasn't
0
really
with
sure.
60.
Yeah, so you don't heal anything yet.
Nice. Yeah, that's what I just asked.
There are like the rules mostly are there as
Well, no,
like
I mean,
guides.
like,
It'll be
if-
like there are rules for starvation, there are rules for dehydration, but like a lot of those don't come up. But if they're ever asked, you have them available. The one that gets me, the rule that I'm least fond of is the suffocation rule.
Yeah.
You can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to your Constitution modifier, which is fucking insane because if an ogre chokes you and you're just a tiny little human, theoretically you should start choking immediately. There should be no, oh
Well, as a DM, you can argue that's a blood choke.
yeah, like
That's not
oh
a
well,
suffocation.
yeah, you're
That's
just
ow.
yeah. So things like
But
that.
I mean, like,
It's the only
if
one I
you
know
get a
about.
breath, and then you can argue they didn't get a breath, you know. But I mean, 3 minutes for my 16 Constitution is not a terrible. That's not crazy.
With somebody actively fucking your shit up though. Like if you're underwater unmolested, sure.
I guess that could.
And you're
be
calm.
Yeah,
So-
and you're calm because once the blood starts flowing, you
Yeah.
fuck yourself up.
So what I meant was like my previous hit point maximum was 28, and then my new hit point maximum is 39. So if what I was saying went the opposite way, I'd go from 1 hit point to 12 hit points. I know it doesn't happen like that, but that's what I wasn't
Yeah.
saying that I go to 39 and I'm like 39, suck a dick.
No.
Like it's not. I'm better than anybody.
RPG logic when
But
you
I
level
mean,
up, all
yeah.
your stuff goes up.
Dude, I remember trying to level before you went through a thing so that you like get through with like 2 hit points,
Yeah.
and then you level and you're like, oh, golden, leveled up. So it's like a night's rest. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do this. Everybody else is like, we've been getting the shit kicked out of us the whole time. So pretty soon we're looking at doing a 12-hour stream with multiple games. We haven't been able to decide on a time, date, whatever yet.
I don't have my schedule yet. Once I have my schedule, I'll be able to tell you. And
Yeah.
Well,
I would prefer to do it on a Tuesday because I feel like that'd just be the easiest thing to do. Just on a day when we're already doing stuff, you know. But if we have to do a different day, because
And you want to do a 12-hour stream from when to when?
probably like noon to midnight,
Okay.
I feel like that'd be easier.
I feel like that'd be a lot easier. That 24-hour stream is a bad idea.
It was so technically only a 12
You mean our 12-hour stream?
Yeah.
We're too
I don't know. I slept through most of it. So
We shouldn't have started so late.
No, we shouldn't have. I don't know why we did.
And
And I
Good
was up
news.
all day that day too. I tried to sleep.
I could run as
I know
fast
we
as
all
Lou.
like slept shitty.
Nice.
Like I think we woke up at like
My speed is 40
5 in the
now.
morning at one point,
Yeah.
or 4, and then we like
Oh, we had
ate,
fast
and then we
movement.
tried to go back to sleep. So like none of us had slept well.
Yeah,
it was
miserable. It was a terrible plan. We have a better plan this time.
But I can stay up to midnight.
And
Yeah.
I'm bringing out the brutal game.
It's gonna be sucky for you though because you have to wake up at noon.
I'll have to wake up at noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just have to prep myself
Which
ahead
is
of
like
time.
what, 1 in the morning?
Oh.
Yeah, whatever. But
My passive wisdom,
Ooh.
or my
Are you gonna
passive
use
perception
that?
is
Can you
13
use
now.
Oh, thank you. That went up 2 for me.
say what now? Oops, sorry, that was really
passive
loud. My bad.
wisdom, Passive
Yeah.
perception. I did everything else. I didn't do this one.
Can you use the pistol or no?
I don't know. I haven't inspected it yet. Game ended.
No, but I mean like, do you have proficiency with pistols?
I have proficiency. With
No,
finesse
it's
weapons.
in-game time. So
I don't either. But I'll
so
shoot
he'll
some.
have it basically until I just tell him it wears off. You know.
What?
The strength. The
Do you-
The
Oh,
strength potion.
it's an hour, so I have some stuff planned that may or may not
Oh,
take
man.
an hour, and then it'll
Yeah.
go at an inopportune time. But it doesn't matter because the next thing that touches me is going to put me down.
Is
It just has to lightly grace my face, and I'm deceased.
is pistol finesse?
No?
No, it's a ranged
It's a
weapon,
ranged
so it's
weapon.
dex.
It's dex base, which means sneak
I mean,
attack
unless
will
you're
work with,
throwing
but
I
it.
thought
that's-
pistol was finesse. That's all.
No. It's a ranged weapon. You don't have rogues don't have proficiency, so you wouldn't have proficiency. You do only because of your
It's a
thing,
Kensai
but it is a
weapon.
dex based weapon, and your Kensai weapon since you assigned it that way. But like for anybody else, they'd have to have proficiency with it.
No, this
Why are
goes
there
up. My
naked
trip
ladies
goes
being
up.
drawn over there?
Nice.
Nice.
Is that a mermaid?
No, that is a woman on her knees
Giggity.
with the bottom part of her butt hanging out.
As you do. All right, fair enough. As you do, just art you see randomly around.
And this is a Hemhawk. Called Derp.
Hammock, derped out.
Okay.
Ask all the questions you want, man. No
Yeah,
question is weird. This
seriously.
game is so much fun to
we
play.
talk about chess. We talk about food. We talk about cars. We talk about
Yeah, we talk about all kinds of shit. So
any
have
other
no
video
fear.
games, board games.
Ask all kinds of questions about D&D because we have all the time to
Absolutely.
answer. Well, we have like 4 minutes to answer it. That was the
Yeah.
wrong direction. I went
Then
up
I need to
instead of
get
down.
some food.
Yeah, then we need to eat
Yeah.
and carry on my wayward son.
Where are we? God, there's so many people.
Where am I?
Are you not?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Yep. Next level, I get barbarian stuff.
You get barbarian stuff.
Yeah, divine barbarian stuff.
Nice.
Full of divinity.
Full of divinity. So much divinity.
My Fury of the Small is.
Up
There we go.
one more number now.
It is 5.
How many different sets of dice are there, and what do they do? Oh my goodness.
There's 7.
There's.
Yeah.
Here, let's just
1, 2,
pull
3.
one out.
7.
Where the hell are my
Yeah.
dice?
If you want to use mine, I have them all.
Wait, I have really good reads on camera dice.
I have all of these up.
Oh yeah. So you basically just have your standard. You got yourself. Oh my God.
I'm just not
Yeah,
You have
but,
a D20, a D12, a D10,
Oh,
a percentile die, which is still a D10, and then you have a D8, a D6,
I'm
and a
missing my
D4.
D20.
Are you?
Your big red one? I think you lent it to him for something.
That is
Oh, I do.
all of them.
Yeah.
Me?
So we have a.
Yeah, for like
This is
a
a
marker.
this is a
for
D10
something.
and it's marked out to be a D100. It looks like a little.
That's the
like a
percentile
two-sided
die.
dreidel.
Two-sided.
There's a D4, which is probably the coolest shape because it's just a little triangle. Also the hardest shape to make. Believe me, I know. These are handmade. This is a D8, infinitely easier shape to create because all the sides are parallel, which is magic. There's this is a D12 right here. It looks like I don't even know what this looks like, honestly. This looks like one of the Wonder Balls when we were a kid. And then
I still wonder
D6,
what's in
which
those.
everybody should be familiar with.
So
Everything about
each
those
one
are-
represents a different weapon and/or ability.
And then a D20.
A D20 is usually used for all your saving throws,
Oh.
attack rolls,
And of course,
ability checks.
a D2.
A D2, yeah, coin.
And I keep meaning to get around to make some D3s.
Right. But each one typically
And
represents a weapon.
D5s and D7s and shit like that too.
Most of them are for weapons. The D20 is the main one you use for pretty much everything. Percentile are rarely used, but do have some uses.
And there's some really cool uses in the game just because of the
Yeah,
way
what
they
they
can
can
do.
But then most other dice, D6s, D4s, D8s, D12s, D10s, those are all mostly damage dice used for like dealing damage. Each weapon is assigned a different die, so each one has the potential to do more or less, and then there's ways to augment them
Take the other potion too, the one below.
through abilities that you get in the game.
I just took the potion I could drink.
Start putting minis away. Sitting here. But yeah, I hope that answers that question. Boom. Got lizard people.
Maybe watching that.
Saving them for later. On my chat? Made you want an ad?
No, the app I use that actually holds Twitch chat up. So when the app shuts down, I don't miss out on anything. It's a conversation in there.
Oh, okay.
Because if you have the Twitch app and it goes to sleep at all,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't record anything in the time that you're gone when the thing's asleep. So when you open it up, it's like reopening the entire window.
So, extra attack isn't like a bonus action or anything, right? It's part of the attack action now.
Correct.
Okay.
I got a
Correct,
couple
Amundo.
D6s here.
Just a couple. One or two.
There's so many bonus actions now.
No, you have one bonus.
And I have stunning strike too that I can. Well, I mean, so many things I can do with a bonus action.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say it doesn't give you more bonus
Yeah.
actions. It's not
I got
like-
all the bonus actions. I got 3 whole bonus actions. All right. With that note, though, we are going to disappear. So we're going to take off and...
Every character has base stats and are increased by things like skills, gear, leveling up, and buffs like an RPG, right?
Correct, actually.
Very similar. It's a little bit different.
It's a little bit more involved because in an RPG you don't need things like, diplomacy and shit. So.
Yeah.
Just don't really
That's one of the things that I really like is you can take a completely random tact. And actually, I was kind of hoping that I could get through to the ghost a little bit. And I should have thought of using Thieves' Cant right off the bat. That may have given me some sort of slight edge. Or it might have made him hate me more. I'm not sure.
Did you need to see
But-
our health rolls or no?
Yeah, I needed to see
Oh, I got a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I vouch for
You
that.
got an 8.
You said
and I
mine,
saw
right?
his.
Yeah, so yours
Okay.
was an 8.
That's what I rolled it and didn't touch it until Tiff confirmed it. That's my hands went
Oh,
straight up in the
yeah.
air. I was like, I'm not fucking this up.
But yeah, all of that's the same except there are more. There are more things that you can do. You can specialize in almost anything, and it is useful. Nothing in the game really has is
Like,
useless.
My paladin could fish.
It's food, that
And
that
when we were on a
adds up.
boat, I fished, and people weren't happy about it, but I got them food for the day. They
No,
didn't have to
you
worry about
And then,
rations.
You can.
you
I
made
made fish jerky.
Jerky, which is great.
That's what people weren't
But
happy
anyways,
about.
which I have in my desk at
And
work.
then you can take things called feats that also help add to your stats and like.
I have a plan of making a healer that uses no spell slots.
just feats. Yeah, you can really get kind of creative with the way that you manipulate the
You can,
classes and stuff. So
Yeah.
classes, gear, all that stuff
It's a lot
adds
of
bonuses
prep
and
work,
stuff.
though.
But
also, we just hit level 5, and level 5 is where that's where a lot of D&D campaigns will start, because that's when your characters start to really feel useful. That's when people get their double attack. That's where you really, like, from 4 to 5, you really take a step into strongness from a character and just their viability on the battlefield and in other options too. Like when you're doing character-driven things and narrative-driven things, level 5 gives you a lot of shit. When I played a game in high school, we started at level 5 right off the bat. Yeah. It was the first game I ever played. It was the worst game I ever played too. It was absolutely atrocious. Dan had no idea what he was doing.
who was that with?
It was Ben. The other Ben.
Oh.
He was the skinny white boy with the bleached hair spikes.
Oh.
Is that you too?
Huh?
Is that you too for a little bit?
Huh? A little bit. My hair wasn't bleached in high school.
Oh, I know
It was blonde when I was younger. When I went into high school, it was blonde, but I didn't keep it bleached.
It was.
It was very blonde.
You just said it at the same
yeah.
time. That's awesome.
All right.
His hair was blonder than my fucking
Yeah.
hair
It
was,
really
and it was
was.
down to his shoulders. It was
I saw, like,
gorgeous.
a picture at like
It was
graduation
really
where you had
nice.
like a mohawk that was blonde.
That's when I cut my hair into a mohawk. Yeah, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
I cut
All right.
my hair into a mohawk in my senior year.
On that note, we're gonna run away. We got stuff to do.
That's why it's
I gotta run away. So thanks so much for hanging out with us. We will be back next Monday.
Thank you for the questions too.
Yeah, for
Yes.
Monster Hunter Monday, and then we'll be back Tuesday for the continuation of this campaign, with the continuation of the Ghost Ship Exploration. 'Cause they're not even close to done. There's so many floors in this bitch.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
don't
no,
worry.
But that
ship.
doesn't matter if we burn it down.
It's true.
It's a ship
You can-
again.
You can certainly
And
try.
so we won't really get a choice if we're gonna.
Wait until
go around
Monday.
to-
Watch how many people's lives we ruin.
Right on our. That was a terrible plan, but it was
Strangers.
hysterical. I feel bad a little bit. I honestly do feel a little bad. But
I don't anymore after they did
thanks
it
so much
to
for hanging
me.
out with us, guys. We are doing a D&D related giveaway at 200 followers or 10 subs, whichever one comes first. So if that's something you're interested in, subs get access to the sub only Discord, which will send you the link for subs only. Rocco, thanks so much for the host, buddy. Everybody else, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hope you guys
Glad
had
liked
fun.
the stream.
And I'm out. So see you guys later.
Doodles.
Let me.
So excited!
Oh no. Disappear off the screen. Everyone's still frozen.